Appreciate it. We're all looking the same. I've got a Dungeon Master, we've all got the character, so that's cool. So, like I say, guys, we left off at exactly the point where I would say roll initiative. Now, just to recap your situation, you'd killed a bunch of ants in here and a giant scorpion, but you're in a bad way with no healing spells left and no healing potions, and you've come across this other scorpion.
I think we do have two.
Oh, you do? You have a couple?
We don't have one, but
All you
I
mean?
think I have one.
It's not as bad as I thought then.
I have one, yeah.
Ah, okay. So,
Lark have one, not Polly.
alright, so welcome back everybody. We're going to kick off the game with roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Remember guys, that's me adding your second attack, so whatever the speed of the weapon you're using, not the roll, just the weapon speed, so whatever you added to your roll, add that, and that's your second roll, your second speed.
now I wanted to check something.
Uh-huh.
I'm on higher ground.
Yes, you are.
This round, I think the best I can do this round is dash over and hurl a hammer at it. Am I right in believing that?
Yes, now, by the time you get further round, remember I said that the incline it's more narrow here and it's almost like a natural step and you can get down easy, and then as it comes round further this way, it gets steeper. So if you were to go further round that way, now you can plainly see, it'll get steeper and higher, so you would even have the higher ground advantage on your roll. From game mechanics point of view, if you were attacking from somewhere in that region, yeah, you would have that extra plus on your attack.
It would have to be the hammer because I'm out of reach of a physical attack. Not of a melee attack.
Well, because it's a 5-foot drop, it's like you could do a jump down attack, and I'd probably even give you another +1 on that, but I'd make you land a dexterity. Do you know what I mean? You would do dexterity check. If you succeed that, you would get an attack with an extra +1, like a jumping down attack. Do you know what I mean? I would give that.
I'm just looking at the distance as well. But
Just remember, your turn is movement plus attack. So if you wanted to jump down and attack, that's possible.
Fox, can I move again?
30 feet. So yeah, you can move. Yep, you can move there and have an attack.
Okay, so my initiative will actually be 6, and anyone attacking from higher ground will actually have -1 to their initiative.
Is that right? -1 initiative as well.
In that case, I will roll the initiative with the axe.
Okay. So, Polly, not Blark, but Polly, you are on higher ground. Take -1 from each of your initiative scores. So one faster on each attack.
And keep more for Bree, please.
So sorry, how do I know the initiative for the second attack?
It's your weapon
Look at your
speed.
weapon.
Just add on your weapon speed.
Okay.
1 more.
Oh, okay.
On the initiative 12 roll, does it become an 11 because I'm...
If you're on the higher ground, yes.
Okay,
Me,
I'm simultaneous with it.
darts are 3 attacks per round.
Well, it's not simultaneous. It's never simultaneous because when you reorder, when I place this, like the button to reorder it, Peter, what it'll do is the ones that are on the same, If anyone's got the same number, it'll randomly select who goes first out of them. Like the Roll20.
Yes. So if you I've rolled the initiative, but I don't seem to be in the...
Okay, I'll add that in. So it was 12, yeah? So 11 for you, yeah. Cool.
One more for me, please.
2 seconds, Mark.
Yep.
One more for you. You've got 3 attacks this round.
Dart.
That's nice.
Text? I thought we'd...
So there you go. There's your ascending order. And that's this round. Some people, if they use the same weapons, will get extra attacks in the next round because of their specializations. Okay, so we're ready to go at the top of the first round of the combat. We've got Polly. Now, you rolled initiative for your short bow, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit, and good luck. First roll of the
then.
evening, guys.
Just to check, I have +1 because of the special arrows, and that's it, right?
No, the higher ground you have something. I want to double check that it's +1. Mark, you probably know off by heart.
No, I don't have it. I just have it open, though.
Yeah, I'm just opening it first. Right, the race is on, mate.
I'm not sure if there's anything for high ground. I'm just double checking.
I think there is. Table 51, combat modifiers. Higher ground is +1. And remember, rear attack is +2, so Darrow, potentially, with what you're going for, if it's not turned round by then, you would have the +1, +2. And then if you wanted to do that jumping attack with the succeeded dexterity check like I was talking about, you would give you another +1, potentially. Right, armor class 5, let me check what the Scorpion is.
Actually, that's table 5, not table 51.
It's table 51, combat modifiers.
Which book?
Player's Handbook. Right, so that's not a hit. Polly's arrow hits the Scorpion, but like the giant ants and like the giant scorpion before, it's got its natural armor class. You know, the kind of chitinous shell of an armor. The arrow hits it and it bounces off. Now, Polly, were you using your +1 arrows there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, remember to keep track of all your arrows, thank you. And it's Breed, you're next in the turn order. Now she's throwing darts, yeah?
Yep. And she's just going to step up just a little bit.
So you have the +1 for higher ground.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's going to be negated.
Well, you've got -5 on those darts, you're not proficient, eh?
No, I am proficient.
Ah, nice.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. So it's actually a -6 plus that long range.
Why -6? What's the other -1 for?
It's
Oh,
okay.
yeah, -5 for non-proficient, plus another -1 for the range.
It's a -6 it's not proficient.
No, it's 5, isn't it? We're gonna have to check that, Mark, because I'm pretty sure it's 2 for fighters, 3 for... Oh, I don't know. You could be right, mate. 2 seconds.
There's penalties 5 for wizards.
5, I thought so.
No, -5 for that. -5 for the long range. So I'm at -9.
-5 for long range, yeah. Fuck yeah, it's long. Remember, you can move half movement and attack, Mark, so you can take some of that range away. Come round this way.
That's okay.
Okay, go for it, good luck.
A natural 20 still hits.
Always. And you've got 3 chances in the round, so it's worth a go.
That's not gonna come close.
Polly, I don't think your second shot should be on 7 if your first was on 6. What's the speed of the short bow?
5, but I put it on 4. That's weird.
It shouldn't be on 4. Alright, you went on 4 and you're going on 9, sorry.
4 and 5 is 9. Yeah.
So it's Breed's next attack. Yo, Rune. I need to remember to type because I talk over the game.
Come on, natural 20. That's a little bit better.
A little bit. Okay, now it's Polly's second attack. So you're +1 for your arrow, +1 for higher ground. That, again, that's going to bounce off. Not quite be good enough. And Breed with the third dart.
Yep.
Breed, aka Yoneko.
At least it ain't a red box.
Oh, that -9's a nightmare, eh? Right, okay. So no one's managed to hit it. Now the huge scorpion, having jumped out of this pile of debris, is going to run and attack at Black.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed.
Me, big problem. Me will go to sleep. Haha.
Oh, that... So he takes a chunk into your armour with his claw. But he has a second attack.
Oh.
Now, monsters, I just do all their attacks at the same time. Save messing about with the speeds.
Oh, no, the stinger, no.
Just like last time.
Lock in.
Okay, this is the damage.
Good night, guys. What do I call Tura?
3 damage, and you save versus poison.
Okay. Give me a second. Versus poison.
So you don't succeed. Okay. 1d6. No, wait, sorry, it's 1d4 this one. This one's smaller. 1d4.
Nice.
2 rounds, unconscious. As well as the 3 damage. Okay, so the huge scorpion has had its turn. Now, Darrow, tell us what you're going to do.
I'm now looking. I can come up behind it, but how big is this stuff over here? How high is it?
It's quite a big high. You can easily see. It's not as high as the ledge. The ledge is maybe 6 or 7 feet up. By the time you get to here, to just above where it is, it's maybe 6 or 7 feet high. The pile of rubbish might be even as high as 2 feet.
Will that slow me down? Do I have to run round it? Or can I keep down less far to there and then go up behind it?
It's hard to tell if that pile of debris would be more likely to break your fall or to tangle you up in it. Do you know what I mean? It's hard for you to tell at a quick glance.
I'll go this way.
You're taking your chances. I like that. So what you want to do? You want to go to the ping on the map where you want to go down on the ledge bit. So there. Right.
I'm wanting to check. Can I do that again and do the... Yes, it's just about...
Yeah, you have enough movement to make your attack, 100%. I would just require a dexterity check to make sure you don't fall on your ass when you land, when you jump down that ledge, okay?
Right. dexterity.
I'll move on to there first.
Thing to roll the die.
I don't think so on that
Directly.
on that sheet. So just
Yeah,
roll a d20.
Roll a d20.
Oh, okay. So,
And I'm obviously
yep. So,
where in the middle there.
yes. So you.
If I
So Darrow jumps down.
move the camera.
So you jump down, and your jump is fine. But when you land in this pile of debris, it like most of it gives way under your weight, and you do like drop down at least a foot in height. So you twist your ankle a bit. So without any more punishment than that, you will lose your attack this round. So you've not broke your ankle, but you will forfeit your attack this round. You won't take any damage, but you'll forfeit your attack.
Okay, I'm there.
But what I'll do is be generous, because you've got bad luck, and because that was your first attack, your first round attacking with the axe, even though you didn't get to attack, I'll still give you 2 next round, okay? From specialization.
Thanks.
Okay, so Black doesn't get to do nothing because he is unconscious from the poison of the scorpion, and that takes us into round 2 now. At the start of the round, I want to know if anybody's doing anything different. Darryl, you.
Yep.
If you use your axe this round, like I said, I'll give you the 2. Your initiative had the -1 in it. But yeah, so add 1 to your initiative because you don't have the higher ground anymore.
Yeah, but I'm not aware of. I'm not able to change.
In fact,
directly.
what I'll do.
Okay.
What I'll do, Darrow, in fact, here's a better idea, right? For more immersive, to say we're more like in the game, right? Roll a new initiative, because basically you've just had to recover from a twisted ankle, and you're now grabbing your axe and squaring your feet and ready to fight again. So I'll say roll a new initiative. I'll still give you the 2 attacks this round, though.
So roll initiative. Here, where's the weapon hiding? The weapon's hiding over here. Ah.
Nice. Okay. So yours becomes 6.
Am I getting the second attack with this new initiative or not?
I'm going to be generous in this instance and say yes. I'm going to be like Mark and say yes in this instance. Probably not every time. I'll probably be inconsistent.
11.
And no one else is changing what they're doing. Breed is going to attack with darts again.
Over here.
Polly's going to shoot again.
I want to change.
What would Polly going to do this round then?
I want to do a cold shot.
Okay, so what I remember about the cold shot is it gives you a +1 to your attack, or plus something to your attack. I'll need to double check that in a moment, or Mark could even be checking that for me. But what it means is that you go at the end of the round. So it'll just change your initiative, because you're taking your time to steady your aim, etc. That's what the cold shot is.
Yeah, and I believe it's only 1 attack.
You don't get your multiple attacks if you do it, right? Okay, but we'll need to see what the plus on the attack is. We need to check that.
I'm checking. It says +2.
+2. Okay, so instead of having 2 attacks this round, you have 1, and it'll be right at the end of the round.
Yep. And my question is, can I move a little bit and still have my cold shot?
Okay.
I don't believe so. But you have the... Yeah, you'll have half movement and still get it because you've got the specialization in missile weapon style as well. So yes, half movement and you can do a call shot.
Alright then.
So I'll change your initiative to 99. So there we have it. That's our turn order this round. Darrow's using his axe and he has a 2. Breed, you're using the darts again, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, guys. Breed, you are first. Round 2.
1 second. Okay.
So she's moving and attacking, yeah?
She's sprinting over here.
Okay.
So that brings my bonus down, my penalty down to -6.
What's the distance?
About 40 feet.
No, I mean once you get there, the distance from you to the scorpion with the shot.
17 feet.
Okay.
So it's within range.
Cool. Go ahead, mate. Okay, good luck.
Nope.
Certainly not. Okay, Darrow. So, you will have the 2 attacks this round.
Arrow sort of does a roar and sort of wields his axe near that stinger.
Alright, so you have... you are still behind it, so you have a +2 attack on this. A +2 on this attack.
Right. So now I do this. I do to hit. I'm doing +2. That's strength bonus on it still, so I want to submit that unmoderate. Dexterity is irrelevant. Miss bonus, I want to do +2.
That's right.
Ah!
Yeah! It's okay. Let's see how much damage you do with that.
So the damage is against large. Disappointing.
Oh, still, is that your minimum? Wow.
Well, it looks like.
Yeah, that's some serious damage, mate. Nice, nice. No, it's not minimum. It's not minimum. It's because you rolled minimum on one of the dice. Yeah. Your minimum was 6, though. Still, that's a. Okay, so.
That's a minimum 6.
So, your axe strikes into the back of the carapace of the scorpion, somewhere just above the base of the tail. Takes a big chunk out of it. You see chunks of scorpion insides come flying out as 7 damage hit points is obliterated from that scorpion. Now it's Breed with the second attack. Good luck.
Give me a. Stupid key.
Oh,
Magical pop.
okay, so you miss your next attack for sure. Now roll a 1d4 and try not to get a 1. Okay, so it's just a regular fumble. You lose your attacks this round and next round.
Hello.
So you scatter your darts or whatever you had left, whatever you were holding in your left hand, ready to throw with your right. You drop them all, and it's the next round to pick them up. So the scorpion, after getting struck in the back by Darrow, turns itself round, its eyes glowing an angry red. It goes to strike with its claws. Now these ones are nerfed from the book. They only strike 1 claw and 1 stinger. They don't have 2 claws and a sting. And that's going to hit you.
Oh.
Oh, right. It's just a little nip. So you take 1 damage. But now, you better hope your luck's in, because this is the stinger. Oh, your luck was in. Your armor class is 4. Oi, so the stinger doesn't get you. But like I say, these are nerfed, these scorpions. They don't have the 2 claw attacks and the stinger attack, and the poison isn't as strong as it is, as they are for that size in the book. So it only has the 2 attacks.
So I will now either have
Sorry,
my
Mark.
next below at it.
I was going to say, you're nerfing the scorpion.
Yeah, I nerfed the other scorpion as well. They're both nerfed different. That's not going to do it. Slides off its armor once again. Now, what thing is, Mark, I wanted scorpions that size, but I didn't want them to be as powerful as the ones that are that size, so I just used, you know, made them less poisonous and stuff. They're different from the DMG, from the Monster Manual. So, Blark, I'll put his 2 down to 1.
That's
Sorry?
not second round of attacks missed.
Yep, so he only has 1 round left of being unconscious, so this point next round will be his last one, and then round after that he would come back.
Okay.
Polly, you have taken your time, you've taken a careful aim, waited till the end of the round, you have +2 from doing that, and remember you are also up there, so you have the +1 for a higher ground also.
Alright.
So
Could
that's
I
it.
move a little bit?
Okay, his attack is going to be at a -4 penalty.
Sorry?
The attack is going to be at a -4 penalty.
-4 penalty, why is that?
There's you gain some damage. Cold shots cannot be okay. When a character does get a chance to act, his attack also suffers a -4 penalty because he's taking the time to aim and he's not just generally firing at the target.
-4 penalty on what? On to hit?
Hit.
I thought it was a bonus to hit. Where are you reading this?
From the DMG.
What is he trying to hit?
The scorpion, but he's taking his time for a called shot. It's a bonus on the shot. It's not a penalty. The penalty is on initiative. He loses his second attack, and he goes at the end of the round.
Penalty to it. -4 penalty to it.
I think the thing is the cold shot is he's easy aiming to shoot the stinger off, or
Yes.
aiming to hit it in the eye.
Yeah, and it's a bonus to hit. Mark, you're reading a different called shot, I think.
No, I'm reading from the DMG.
I don't think that's what we're looking for, though. I think it's in... Where's the specializations?
Be the warrior.
Combat and tactics.
Yeah.
Shots normally present a -4 attack penalty on the attack roll, but the DM can modify this for a circumstance.
No, well, okay, well, without having to go up and look up the rule, he's getting a bonus from on his attack. He's getting a bonus on his attack from taking a penalty on the speed of his attack and losing his second attack. So he's got a +2.
Alright then.
I think we need to read it from the. It's weapon specialization for missile weapon, and it's somewhere, isn't it?
No, it's from the book of gnomes, I believe. The archer kit.
Oh, it's in the archer kit. Ah. Bear with me a moment, then we will check it, right? It is. The archer can choose to make a called shot, earning additional bonuses on his or her missile attacks in certain circumstances. By electing to take careful aim, he or she gains a +2 bonus on his or her attack roll for that arrow. However, this requires that he or she forgo initiative. So it's the last act of the round. Also, the archer must concentrate on the shot, meaning he or she can only make one shot that round. Finally, any successful attack against the archer will naturally break his or her concentration and cause the benefit to be lost. Although in this case, the shot still has a normal chance to hit. The +2 bonus is in addition to any other attack bonuses the character might have due to blah 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 blah. Okay, so yeah, you have a +2 on your attack. Sorry, Mark. Yeah, it's a different called shot. It's from the archer kit that he took.
happening section of gnomes now. It's okay.
Yes.
Alright then, while the scorpion is distracted taking damage from Darrow, I will aim for its face, I guess.
Cool. Good luck. So you have +3 on this, eh? And that will hit it. Now remember, you have +1 on this damage from the arrow, if you're using the +1 arrow still. Nice.
Yes, sir.
Your arrow slides in between a crack in the armor, not a crack in the armor, but you know, like the gap between the plates, right between what seems like, the back of its head and the back of its body, where its neck would be if it had a neck. You've got it in there, and the arrows went right in between the plates. 7 points of damage. That big giant scorpion is looking very worse for wear. Now it'll be a new round, so anybody want to do anything different this round?
I want to wake up.
Next round, mate, next round.
Oh,
What Paulie is doing? Are you doing another cool shot or with arrows this round?
I would be doing another cold shot, I believe.
Okay.
So now if Darrow's using the axe, it's just 1 attack round, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Braid, you forfeit all your attacks this round. Of course, if you decide not to spend this round picking up the darts, you can do something else, just that doesn't have attacking involved. You forfeit any attacks, and if you want to get the darts back, it's this round to pick them up. Or 1 round to pick them up anyway.
He's picking them.
Cool. So we have our initiatives ready then. So, Braid, nothing. Darrow, first attack. Now you don't have that +2 from being behind anymore. No, that's not going to do it. So it's his turn. It's turn to try and get you now.
This is round 3, isn't it?
This is round 3 now. That's the attack of both claws. Both claws represent its 2 claws, give it 1 equal chance to hit. And it's missed with that, but it's going, as before, it's going to have a go at you with the stinger. This is the important one. Oof. So the stinger, again, bounces off your armour. You've gotten lucky there. Blark, end of this round, I just change your 1 to a 0.
oh, fine. Good nap.
No, you're not up.
Okay.
You're not up until this time next round. Then you're up.
Oh, okay.
So we have Polly with his cold shot at the end of the round. You still have the higher ground, so it's +3 again.
Well, but I have +1 also from the arrow. Wouldn't it be +4?
Oh yes, that's correct. +2 from your cold shot, +1 from your arrow, plus... Yes, exactly.
Right then.
It's not enough. We go into another round, round 4. Again, I'd like to know who is changing their attacks. Darrow, would I add another attack? Are you using your axe again?
Add another attack.
And it's on 11, yeah? You're
You're
with...
on an 11.
Cool. So if no one's changing their attacks this round,
Dark is getting up.
yep, not yet though. He does it on initiative. So it's Braid, Yoneko first. You spent the last round picking up your darts, so you do have them now to attack.
Oof, that was a close call.
Just about, eh? Darrow, first attack.
He winds winds himself up again.
3 in a row would be nice, eh?
Ah. Ah. With all his mighty strength bonus and no dexterity bonus, miscellaneous bonus.
Yes! Nice.
And
Out of game meta, I'll tell you need 8. Oh! Right, okay. Peter, go ahead and describe this kill for the people. You can describe this one, so you obliterated it.
what he's doing is and then tremendous roar comes down, and the axe splits the head of the creature in half.
Nice. Congratulations, you destroyed it.
Borrow a phrase from Matt Mercer. How do you want to do this?
How do you want to do this? Yeah, I reserve that for crits if you kill something with a crit, but because he totally obliterated it, 15 damage in one attack is big at level 1, so yeah, nice. So, combat ends, Blark, you become conscious again.
Ah, yum, yum, yum. Good nap. Me sleep good.
Right. And Arrow turns back towards all this debris
Uh-huh.
and starts looking for a sign, particularly of the ring, but of anything else.
Okay. Bear with me a
And
moment.
so they stole a lot of grain bags, for example, didn't they? Or what
Yeah.
did they steal?
It was miscellaneous, like storage goods, like bags of grain and rice, like food stuff. But then stuff that wasn't necessarily food stuff as well, which was a bit more mysterious that was taken away, like bags of charcoal, things like that. Miscellaneous stored
I'll
goods.
see
It
if
was a
there's
storeroom. Okay.
I'll see if it's of any of those things.
Okay. Do you have any relevant non-weapon proficiencies to aid you in your search for something like that? Or is it just a standard uneducated look through?
Non-weapon, endurance, intimidation, religion, blind fighting, alertness.
Not really, eh? Okay, roll
Yeah.
roll an intelligence check for me, Darrow. In fact, no, make it a perception check, so the average of your intelligence and wisdom, roll d20 against that for me, please. Oh, now that might not make it, eh?
What is my intelligence? No, it equals my wisdom, but it's above my intelligence.
Okay, so you don't find any traces of the missing ring, and you don't find any traces of any of the goods that were mentioned by Norm or any of the bags that would carry them. What you find in this big pile of debris is a lot of bones. This is obviously the lair of this giant scorpion, or the lair of a couple of giant scorpions. There are a lot of dead rats, mice, things bigger, maybe you don't recognise them so much, bigger rodents, small animals. You see like fish as well, fish bones, because you've noticed there's a couple of pools of water in this underground area. But digging through, you find a couple of things of interest that are maybe not so organic.
Yeah.
You find a knife. Now, I believe I have a picture of it. In fact, the first thing I don't have a picture of. So the first thing you find, right, is a pouch. A small pouch, like a coin pouch. But it's very light. Like, it If you pick it up and jingle it, it makes a jingling noise, but it's very light and it's not metallic, the noise, and it's not heavy. So a bag, a small closed bag with something in it, and a knife, right? Now I think I have a picture of the knife, so hang on a second.
Have a discussion about who's keeping the loot list.
Don't think we have.
As DM, are you keeping a record going to keep a record of what we find?
I have a record.
Oh,
Sorry, I don't know if you heard me. I don't know if I had push to talk, and I have a record of everything you find.
right, okay. So there's no need for anyone else to specifically keep a record.
No, now
We can carry.
if you look in notes, I have made it visible in your journals. So if you look in notes on the right hand side, in journal in row 20, you see a knife. Now that's more the shape of it, right? But it does have an eye like that. It's a dagger, not a knife. I've said knife, it's a dagger, right? And it's very much that shape, and the top part of it, the bit that's not the blade that you see, that's the matter that's made of. It seems to be like some sort of, what would look like a piece of coral reef. Almost, something like that, okay? So picture that. It looks like it's made of coral. Even the blade looks like it's perhaps, you know, like an oyster shell blade or something like that? Something along those lines. A dagger that's perhaps oyster shell or something like that, anyway. It's very, very curious. You find that, and if you bear with me a second, everybody see that, yeah?
Yep.
Yes, you found that and the pouch.
I have a look in the pouch. Are other people looking too?
No one else has mentioned it, so Darrow, if you want to look in the pouch, what you would see is a bag of 5 hooks. Like fish hooks, but bigger, maybe. Like big fish hooks, okay? So for like big game fish. But they are all, again, this organic material. They're not made of metal or something like that. They're made of what looks like some sort of bone or coral or something like that.
Looks like there's some sort of
They're a whitish colour, an off-white colour.
some sort of creature around here who's fishing in these caves. Anything among these bones look as if they're humanoid bones?
Make another perception check. How's that do on your perception? And again, not quite, eh?
Not quite.
Okay, so you're uncertain. You don't. Nah, I wouldn't say that you find any bone big enough to have come from a humanoid creature. I mean, there are some small bones that could have been a humanoid finger, but there's nothing to make you certain, like something big enough to be a humanoid leg. You know what I mean?
Anyone else see anything in here? Under this muck.
Is anyone else looking?
Yeah, I would look.
Yeah.
Black and Polly, you're both looking?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Black would be very sloppy, but
Okay, can I have Blark and Polly both roll a d20? And then compare that again to perception, which is the average of your intelligence and your wisdom. So just roll the d20 first, and then work it out from there. So Polly, that will perhaps do it. That will not do it. So that's you... Blark, in looking around this cave, the flickering of the light sources that you're using, which is Polly's lantern, has some sort of weird... In your state of waking up from this poisoned unconscious state, in your state of waking up, when you start to look around, the lights flickering off the walls and the slimy stalagmites and stalactites, it starts to play tricks with your mind, and you go a little bit dizzy. And in fact, you feel a little bit nauseous. Just from looking around. Polly, what are your intelligence and wisdom?
9 and 12.
So that will make it. So Polly, you will find a couple of scraps of cloth that look the same as the bags that were in the storage room that things went missing from. So you have perhaps found something that has come from from what you're looking for. You have found something that looks like it's the same kind of material as like a sack. Like I can't think of the name of the fibre, but the brown sacks, the old school brown sacks, like one of those. You find a scrap of one of those.
Alright then. I want to lift it up and say, look guys, this is probably a clue. We're on the right track, but this is all there is.
Yeah, you just find one small piece.
We can look around elsewhere in this cave.
I don't know. Me feel dizzy. Wow.
Check first this lower level of the cave. We go around, look in that corner and that corner, and there.
Okay, so you're taking your time in here to have a very thorough search.
Yes.
Okay, roll me a perception check with a +2 for taking your time and being thorough. I'll give you the +2. Make another perception check.
No, I want a -2.
Yes, sorry. Yes, a -2 on it, but yes, a +2 a 2 bonus, not rather than a 2 penalty.
Which isn't good enough.
No, you find nothing else of interest at all, Darrow.
Anyone else looking?
Blark has gone dizzy from looking. Because he rolled a critical fumble on a perception check, so he's...
Well, on your braid.
Wow.
Does the scorpion look damaged enough to seem like we can guess what it has inside, like if it has digested any of the goods that we're looking for?
No, with the way Darrow's axe came down, it split the head off, basically. So no, there's not like a huge crack in near its stomach. No, the other big axe hit was down near the base of its tail, so it's like almost cracked in half at the top and almost cracked in half at the bottom, but no, in the middle it's still intact.
Lark, what do you say we flip the scorpion open and we open its belly?
I look exactly the other way and say yes.
I mean,
I don't know where he is.
Yo, here, Lark.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, would you do me the honors? Can you split this open? Can we flip it like upside down to expose its belly?
Certainly between the two of you, no problem.
Alright then, be careful with the stinger, Blark.
Haha, third time the charm.
Right, both of you roll a 1d20 then. And a 1, you accidentally get zapped by the stinger. A 1 is a fumble where you're flipping it over and the stinger like flips and hits you. So, a 1d20 each, guys.
No. Oh my god.
You're both safe. You managed to flip it over without getting in the way of the stinger as it tosses over.
Alright, Blark. After you. I point at the belly.
Kawabunga! Yes, I want to open the belly with an axe.
Okay. Now, when you do open the belly, you do find something that I'm not even going to make you roll the perception check. It seems definitely out of place because some of the grain that was previously mentioned, the sacks, the big burlap sacks of grain, you see the grain in the scorpion's stomach totally undigested. Like it's been eating it and it clearly doesn't, it doesn't digest it. And it's like just how it went in, do you know what I mean? And as you cut it open, this big, massive pile of grain pours out of the scorpion's stomach.
Well, that's no ring.
No ring.
The pool, how deep is the pool?
It's no more than a puddle, this one.
We'll be able to check again.
Yep.
If there's
It's
anything
like
there.
a foot or two deep at the most. So you want to check
Well,
that
check the
specifically?
pool. Yeah.
Sorry, Ryan. Did you say that like this spider was not a spider, right?
Not necessarily. It was just some things that I had left on the map I had used before. It's just debris of something, not necessarily a giant spider.
Ah, okay.
Do I need to roll a perception for the pool?
No. Because it's so little, you can quite clearly see there's nothing in there. Quite clearly. No need to roll anything. There's nothing more in there. So you found that knife and you found the bag of fish hooks. You've also found a little scrap of the burlap sack that was lying around, and within the belly you found all that pile of undigested grain. That's your grand total of what you found.
Then we go round the top level. Obviously, we've mentioned whatever you're representing with the spider.
Yeah, this is nothing of significance, just again bits of debris.
Ah, okay.
And we continue round. Maybe one of us goes one way, one of us goes the other way, so that we're checking everything. So I could be checking in this corner where the ants were.
Yeah, I think we will take our time and check every corner.
Okay. No matter how much more time you spend in here, you'll find nothing more of significance other than what you've found and the pile of dead bodies of giant ants and scorpions that you've left behind you. And that'll be it.
We're taking the heads.
Okay. Does anyone keeping a note of how many heads you have? I mean, I have it as well, but just wondering if
Yes.
any player does as well.
I have all the
Nice one.
heads. I mean, we turned 9 heads in, and now we
That's
have
correct.
how many?
We've got 2 scorpion and 4 ant heads. And there was a small ant as well. Hold on, how many of the small ants did we fight?
These are, I think it was 4 worker ants and 4 warrior ants. Now I can double check that for you, bear with me a moment. In the first cave you fought 10 worker ants. One of them got away and came into this room. In this room you fought that worker ant plus 2 more worker ants, 4 warrior ants and 2 scorpions.
That's 9 insect heads, yes.
So 7 ant heads.
Yeah. So 9 plus 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 7. You have 7 ant heads and 2 scorpion heads now.
We then head back.
When Darrow says that, I would like to look inside the ants' mound, the nest, and say, what about in one of these holes? And I want to point my lantern inside one.
Okay, those aren't necessarily holes. Again, that's just map detail. I've just borrowed a map here, so that's nothing of significance. When I've said there's no more of significance in here, there is nothing else.
Are we going to split open each of the insects just in case, or that's a waste of time? Anyway,
I mean, we got the heads, so maybe we can check while cutting the heads.
yeah.
That's the thing, you're going to be cutting their heads off anyway.
I like to especially check the scorpion, the big scorpion, because fuck him.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know if I should roll something.
No, I won't make any of you roll anything, but so I would say it's going to take you some time to go through all of them, to cut all their heads off, perhaps as much as an hour, if you're going through all of them to check. And what I would say is you would find, again, you wouldn't find the undigested grain because the ants would digest it, but you will find maybe little scraps of, again, the burlap sacks and things. Like they've been eating it and tearing it apart, you know what I mean? So, again, you do find clues that these insects... Whoa! Hey, yo, Runestone, thanks for the raid. 2 seconds, buddy. So, again, yeah, you're seeing clues that these insects are the same ones, or are eaten from the same source of raided food. Yo, man, thank you so much for the raid, bro.
There's one passage we haven't yet been down.
Not in this room.
Yes, so we go back
In
to
the
the main
previous one,
room.
yeah.
There's a passage we haven't been down,
Thank you, dude.
but because we're sufficiently injured, we're heading out.
Yes. Okay, now if you guys can just bear with me 1 second, I'm going to run to the bathroom. Runestone, thanks for the raid. I'm going to be back in 1 moment, right? Again, literally, guys, just 2 minutes, right? I'll just quickly run to the bathroom and then we'll continue, okay?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Right, so you're leaving this cave and, well, this part of the cave and going into the next one, yeah? That was back into the first one, wasn't it? Yes, okay, so.
Okay, so that's the...
Hang on.
This is the back to the first room.
Now, wait a second. Just 1 moment, guys, because I'm just getting new tokens.
Being ambushed on the way out.
No, your guys' tokens. Because I just wasn't sure if those ones had the updated hit points and everything. I just wasn't 100% sure, so I was just bringing over the ones from the token bank where it's all saved. But yes, there you go, guys. You're back into this one. Now, you thoroughly searched this one before, and your other exit was here. Top left. You came in here at the bottom, your exit was top left here.
I'm saying, as I see Braid head over that way, I'm saying I think we should go and rest. We are injured and we are low on magic. I did not hear what you said, Mark.
She will not. I will not argue that fact, considering that I've used up all my arcane energy.
Yes. We head on out. Form up.
Yeah.
Sorry, what exactly was Darryl proposing? To head out for the day? And come back in? Or to just to camp here for the night?
Head out for the day.
Okay.
Where it's
So
safer.
we've got 2 potions left.
Yep.
We've used up all our spells.
So, yep, okay, so you just want to spend the night recuperating your magics, and you want to do it away somewhere safer, so you're going to leave, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know the way out by now,
And
and as you get just beyond this bit where it, you know, where it broke out into a cavern rather than just a tunnel, when you get just a little bit past here, you see Norm now has a couple of guards posted. And the guards, as you come up through this cave, they'll be like, wow, okay. And they look at you and they see you're all injured. They see the blood all over everything. They see the big bag of ants and... They see the big bag you're dragging along behind you of whatever dead parts are in it. And they give you like a nod of respect. And the 2 guards, they part ways and they give you like the guard of honor, you know? They let you walk through and they bow as you go through.
I say to them, lads, there scorpions as well as ants, and some of the ants are bigger. I think they must be soldier ants.
Okay, so the one guard will look to the other one as you say that to him, Darrow, and he'll say, "Oh, we must tell Norm."
Yes.
But and then he was going to turn back to you, Darrow, and say, "But you will report back. You're reporting this to Norm now, yes?"
Yes.
Okay, well, you are trusted by Norm. I will trust you to pass on that information to him. Tell him to send someone down to speak to me if he can't come himself. Thank you.
Okay. And does he tell me what his name is? This.
Yeah, if you bear with me a minute, so that I'm not making it up, I do have the names of the guys that work for Norm in a folder. This is where the old real life lore comes in. Like, I do have some names for some guys. Bear with me a moment. Here we go. So, yeah, one of them is in fact, they're a half orc and a half elf, right? Quite clearly see,
Right.
and their names are the half orc is called Thrall, and the half elf who's wearing an eye patch is called Zegram. Thrall, the half orc, and Zegram, the half elf. Those are the names of the two guards. Actually, there you go.
Oh, and Seagoon.
Yeah, so it's Thrall, like Thraal, the half orc, and Zegram, Zegram, the half elf.
Roland Zegram. And which one? What's the one who seemed in charge?
Of the two, Zegram, the half elf, he seems to be in charge. He seems to be the brains, whereas the big, huge half orc is the muscle.
Zegram.
And these guys, they are armed like guards. They are wearing armor, they are carrying weapons.
Yeah. Is our big, huge half orc bigger or smaller than their big, huge half orc?
They look like they could be brothers. They're very, very similar in size. This one is more... he looks more like his orcish father, and he's more greener and uglier than our one. Ours might be a bit more attractive.
Okay, yes. So these look like other warriors rather than...
Yes, very much so. Carrying proper swords, wearing proper armor, yes. Zegram the half-elf, he's wearing leather armor. Black leather armor. And, you know, a cowl. He's very, you know, like shady looking almost. Meta, out of game terms, a fighter thief. Right? You know the look? That guy. And the half-orc clearly is just a big fighter, right? He's armed with a big two-handed sword. And he's wearing chainmail armor.
Right. They look maybe on the par with us or something.
They look like perhaps they've been in a scrap or two more than you even.
Alright. We will head out now.
Okay, so you head out of this tunnel, and again it opens back up into the back of the storeroom, where you will find a couple more of Norm's men posted, again as guards.
Do these look to be proper warrior types or just...
Yes. Again, they do. Maybe their armor isn't quite so nice. I mean, Zegram, he had like a black studded leather armor that was really nice looking, and Thrall had chainmail armor. If you bear with me 1 second, again I'll get the names of these two guys. These are humans. Both wearing leather armor, both equipped with a wooden shield and a longsword. Also a spear if you look on their backs. And their names are, if you bear with me just a minute.
Why Why not send these guys? Why send us?
Well, if you remember before, Norm told you he doesn't have soldiers, he doesn't have guards. He did say that to you before, didn't he? Now, these guys' names are Eric and Fel, F-E-L, Bren, they're brothers. Eric and Fel Bren, brothers. There you go. 2 humans, kitted out like fighters.
Okay, so these ones we nod at and then we head on up.
Okay, so if you go on past without speaking, they will reciprocate that. They'll give you a friendly, respectful nod as you go up, and you know the way from by now from there to Norm's office. Again, there's somebody outside his office, but it's not dressed like a guard. In fact, it'd be Bart, his nephew this time again. The annoying nephew would be outside the office. He would open the door and usher you in.
Okay, so greetings, Norm.
Aha, greetings, good adventurers. Is that another day's pest controlling done? Please tell me you found my ring.
Yes, we found bigger ants. I think they are warrior ants. We found scorpions.
Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay. Well, as you'll see, I have posted guards. I've acquired some armour and weapons and given some of my men guard roles, and we're guarding the entrance day and night, so you guys can go in and out as you need to rest and resupply.
Yes, well, we need to rest, and we have used our spells and a lot of the goods that your friends in town provided.
Okay.
We,
I assume my friends in town assured you there would be no cost for anything that they provided to you, yes?
yes, but as you say otherwise, I assume that we have to make do with what we were given on the first occasion.
Okay, so we'll look at Blark. Blark's still looking like a little bit, not so much dizzy anymore, but a little bit like pale-skinned, like he's been quite ill. What's wrong with the big man? And he'll turn around, like, scan over all the group as he says it. What's wrong with the big guy?
Scorpion stung him. He's I don't think his type have the resistance to poison that we dwarves do.
I am confusion.
Okay, he'll... Bart! A chair! And Bart come in with a chair and he'll, like, go behind you with a chair. Like, if you need to sit down, there's a chair behind you now. Like, just like a little wooden chair. Okay, gentlemen, so... I will tell my guards you will return in the morning? Or... is there anything we can do to get you back in today?
Ooh.
How many of these ant heads do you have for me? I will pay you every day for these.
We have 7 ant heads and 2 scorpion heads.
Right, so somebody will open the bag for him then. And as he gets a look at them, he'll see the size of the scorpion heads. He says, wow, right, okay, so I promised you 10 gold per ant, so that's 70 gold. I owe you guys. Now these scorpions, I guess I'll have to pay you double. So that's another 40, so he'll hand Darrow, he's been talking mostly to Darrow, because he seems very business-like. He'll hand 110 gold pieces to you.
Yes.
You keep a note of that.
We had 90 from the previous time, so that's 200.
That's correct. So even without finding his ring, you've earned 200 gold from just being a pest controller for him.
There was something. I wonder what we will find the other way, I say. Because we found some oddities, as if there is intelligent creature underneath.
Ah, now, like I said, anything you find down there, apart from the ring, if it's something worth keeping, it is yours, my friend. But I would ask you out of curiosity, and for my own interest, just to know about anything you find down there, if you of course don't mind. Like I said, it's yours. I've already said it's yours, and I will not go back on my word, but if you can show me these things, I would be grateful.
Right, so it looks like it's as if there is a creature of the maybe there's of the sea or something. Maybe there's a entrance in from the sea into the cave system somewhere.
Okay, so you're...
I chose the things made of the shells.
Okay, so you'll hand them to him so that he can like handle it and actually have a look at it?
Yes.
Okay, when you give him the knife, he'll like spin it round in his fingers faster than you've ever seen somebody do knife tricks. You know what I mean? Like super fast. You've never seen knife tricks like this before. And they go, wow, what an incredible knife. Hand it back to you by the handle. And he looks at the fish hooks and okay, he gives it a knowing look, and then gives it back to you and says, "Thank you."
You heard of what creatures might have might make these?
Darrow, my good friend, before retiring in this town to make my fortune as a wood trader, I was a man of the world, and I've seen many strange things. Yeah, I mean, I've come across in the past creatures of the sea that walk on two legs. Yeah, I mean, this could be anything. There's 1,001 things in this world that this could be.
Right.
It's very interesting.
We did not meet such as in Rockholm.
If you ever have any desire to know more about something like this, as always, I have a friend. This friend doesn't live in town. He's outside of town a ways, but if you ever want to know anything about something like this, if anyone can help, he's your man. The Sage. Marakai the Sage.
Sage, right.
Another great friend of mine. Wisdom unrivaled in these parts. If there's anything to know about that item, he will be the man to know it.
So there was someone who called himself a bard staying at the inn a couple of nights ago.
Young Garrick. Yes, he's in town all the time. He's a talented young bard.
On silent.
Anyone else talking to Norm at this time?
No.
Yeah, Nico don't trust him.
Sorry, Mark, what did you say, mate?
I said Nico doesn't trust him.
Okay. She's not saying that, though. She's keeping quiet. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
A woman should.
Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, totally convey that out of character. Tell us that if you want, because remember, we have an audience, so if Unico doesn't trust him, you can say that out of character, because there's people watching and stuff, so yeah, cool. She says nothing.
Yeah, Unico trust a guy. She never did even when they first met him. And being brought up in the Orient, she was taught a woman never speaks unless spoken to.
Okay. So she stays quiet, but she's mistrusting anyway. Okay. Blark's still feeling a bit... Blark's, I take it you sat down in the seat provided for you, because you're still feeling a bit dizzy. You've just come out of that. You've only just been you spent about an hour and a half digging around in ant intestines and guts after feeling dizzy already from the poison.
Yeah, that was trippy.
Polly, saying anything just now to Norm?
I would like to check how many hours did we spend down in the cave?
This time only a couple, again, because you were about an hour and a half digging around in the inside of ants after a fight and a look around, so a couple of hours most, because it doesn't take you long to get down there.
Because I had 5 hours and a half of lamp oil.
Okay, so you probably have about half of that left. You perhaps need to get some of the more of that.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. So When we... Is anyone else saying anything else, or are we taking our leave of him?
I think we will leave.
Right. Shall we go back to the inn?
Yes.
When we get back there, if we go up into one of our rooms, has presumably paid for another night each.
I'm back in 1 second.
Uh,
You have 200 goals from reward for killing things, so that would be 50 each. Now remember, at this inn, your meals are included if you buy a room. A room was 1 copper piece gets you a single room with no bath. A silver room gets you a shared room with no bath, and a gold piece gets you a single room with a bath.
And Yoniko pops down 5 gold pieces and says the room.
this
Oh.
silver piece, the silver one does have a bath, I thought.
No.
Shared room.
Oh, that's right. It's shared and it has a bath. That's correct. So it has 6 beds and a bath. The silver.
Yes.
Sorry. Yes. There's 1 of those available. No, there's 2 of those available. It's the gold room. There's only 1 available. So Yuneko is saying that she wants to put down 5 gold for 5 nights.
Yep.
Okay. Make a note of that.
I will put my personal treasure, the character sheet, 50 GP I've got, and I'm assuming everyone else will do similarly.
Okay. Yes.
And it's just the weird dagger and the hooks that are party treasure at the moment.
Yes. So if everybody could put 50 gold pieces on their character sheet, that's everything you've earned so far is split up already.
Yeah.
Cool.
Done.
Nice. Thank you, Mark.
And it was given to us as gold rather than platinum.
It's given to you by norm. It's given to you however you would like it, actually. So put it on your sheet in whatever currency you would like to have it as, because norm would give you it in whatever you want. If you want to have it as gold, that's fine. If you want to have it as platinum, that's fine. If you even want to bring it down to small gems, you can get the exact values you want from norm. He has currency.
Platinum is 10 to 1.
Yes. There's no electrum in my game. So it's copper, silver, gold, platinum. And it's 10, 10, 10, 10.
8. Electrum. I will have to change.
Yeah, I don't use electrum. What I use, do you know how I even keep track of it is I just do everything in gold pieces. So 2 silver is 0.2. 2 copper is 0.02.
And I have
2 platinum is 20. I just do it like that, personally.
This is our 3rd night coming up, isn't it?
This will be your 3rd night in the inn, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think so.
will spend my BCP so far. Well, we're going the wrong way. BCP so far. Plus, I had the beer and before I booked the room, so I think that's about what I've got left.
Yeah, I mean, your meals are free with the rooms, but if you want drinks, you pay.
Right. I then want to review how injured everybody is.
Okay. Well, I can see just from looking at tokens that you are 11 of 17. Blark is 10 of 25. Polly is 12 of 14, and Breed is at 100%. So you've got 3 injured guys. Polly is slightly injured. You're a little bit injured. Blark's quite a big bit injured.
Lark's going to get The person who isn't injured is going to get 3 hit points back overnight. Those who are injured are going to get 2 hit points overnight.
That's correct, because the bed's in the gold room, like we said, the bed in the gold room's better, and you'll recover 3 hit points from resting. So Mark's character Breed, who is on 9 out of 9, will recover 0 and waste it. While you guys in your silver room will only recover 2 each. I like it,
Me
Breed.
can potion. Me can drink.
Yeah, I mean it's still like it's only early afternoon.
I think we want to keep hold of the 2 potions. And I may want to cast at least 1 healing on Blark in the morning.
Uh-huh.
Before we even get out.
I don't remember. Was the potion faster or the healing, like in combat?
The healing spell has initiative, whereas the potion is 3 because it's your natural movement speed as a medium-sized creature, so it's 3.
Or
The other thing about the potions is if your healer goes down,
Yeah.
someone can pour the potion down.
Oh yeah, you want to keep the potions for last, like.
Okay.
Now, like meta, outside of the game, because there's no character there to tell you or anything, but remember, you were on very, very friendly terms now with the head priest. So you might be able to go and pay for her, perhaps, I don't know, get some clerical healing from someone else to save your spells, do you know what I mean, before you go for the day.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's that busy church, and there's another big busy church where you could absolutely go and pay for healing.
Let us go and visit them. Because we've got, what time of day is it?
Early afternoon.
So we can go and visit the church. Shall we go first of all to the church of Cord?
I've moved you onto that map. And it was Marcus.
With the church of Cord.
Now, I don't think I have a token for Marcus, but I'm just double checking.
We've got a, yeah, we're seeing a token for all 4 characters.
Yeah.
Remind me what the priest of Cord's called.
The head priest was called Marcus.
Say Marcus or man.
Marcus with a K, yeah.
Okay, we go and visit him.
Okay.
Please, I go and visit him, and I suggest that other people who are injured go and visit him.
Yeah.
And whether Drake is being antisocial or not.
Unico, are you being antisocial today, or...? Mark,
That's a yes, right?
she's coming today.
It's coming.
If Mark didn't say anything. Mark, will Unico go with the guys to the church? I'm not hearing Mark at all. You okay, Mark? Right, everyone else still okay? Connected, Peter? I hear you.
We're connected.
Connected.
Guido, I hear you. Javi?
I'm here.
Cool. Right, okay, we're just disconnected from Mark at the moment. I'll send him a wee quick whisper. Sent him a little message in Discord as well, so we'll just give him a minute, see if he's up, make sure he's okay. Might have just had to run to the bathroom or something, you never know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it isn't of huge significance whether Breed goes to the Church of Cord with the rest of the guys. So, while we wait on Mark, we can run that. So, again, when you show up to the Church of Cord like last time, it's a big, grandiose church, well decorated with religious idols and statues. Someone will come out, one of the younger lesser clerics will come through and again take you through to wait somewhere. Marcus will be called through, and again this beautiful middle-aged man with long white hair and white beard in shining armour with a beautiful footman's mace strapped to one side of him and a beautiful warhammer on the other side, ornate as hell, comes through, smiles, he's so happy to see you all. Ah, the friends of Norm, friends of mine. It is by the grace of Cord you bless me with your presence today.
The potions you supplied have proved very valuable. You might not have seen us now if you had not given them.
Ah, I'm so glad to hear this. Now, like I said, they were the good ones, and I have a batch ordered from the alchemist for you guys. Your next ones will be in within the next few days, and I will have more for you.
Yes, well, we still have 2 left, but we used the other 6, and I am out of my own healing that Barrack grants me.
He looks at you and he'll say, your god is a god who grants you healing powers, wise dwarven cleric. But I feel he must be a good and just god to grant power to a good and just dwarf like yourself. And he gives you a respectful bow.
Right.
Only a very, very small one.
Thank you. I bow back at him.
Okay. He sees this, he
And
respects this.
Oh, sorry, we've been talking over each other. I'll let you speak.
No, all I said was that he sees that you bow back and he acknowledges that and respects that. Thank you. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. And I think neither humans nor orcs are as neither of those are as hardy as dwarves, or I understand halflings when it comes to enduring poisons. 2 scorpions struck him.
He'll lean down into you like a little bit, because you're a dwarf. He leans down and he'll say in a half whisper, like, I think the half-orc genetic splice didn't quite get so lucky as perhaps others like the half-elf.
Well, not sure whether genetic splice is the sort of language that Harrow understands.
Perhaps he didn't use the words genetic splice. Fantasy magic words instead of science words. Sorry, guys.
Yes. So, Os. Hybrid, we could,
Yeah.
we have,
Abomination. Depends who you ask.
yes, so, I think I shall recover somewhat from my wounds overnight. But, he'll be badly injured when we wake in the morning.
He will look at you and at this time he'll say, why, how silly of me, why did I not think of this first? Gentlemen, you're wounded. And he'll give a whistle, more than I can't whistle, but he'll give a big whistle and a bunch of clerics will come running in, right? And as many cure light wounds or cure medium wounds as you need. You guys will all get healed up by these clerics. The big church, there's a lot of them there. And they'll just come and they'll lay their hands on you and they'll just start whispering the soothing words, and the healing magic will go through of you, and anyone who needs it, the 3 of you who need it, in fact Breed's not there, you will all go back to full hit points.
Oh,
Okay.
many thanks.
Thank you. The Church of Cord is most generous.
Ahaha, my friend dwarf, your friend Norm is most generous.
Right, I nod. Then, well, tomorrow, I hope to see you maybe tomorrow with news that we have finished our mission.
It's always a
Yes,
blessing of my God and of yours to see you, and for you to bring me such news would be divine indeed.
Okay, thank you, Master
Marcus.
Marcus.
Nice
Okay.
nice interaction with him there. So yeah, you all go full hit points.
Nice.
And in the morning, they'll knock off some copper pieces or booze.
What I would say is, to simplify, if just say, for a night of cheap drinking, say 5 copper pieces. For a night of drinking nice stuff, say 5 silver pieces. For a night of extravagance, say 5 gold pieces. Easy.
They're what you said, their dwarf, their beer was nothing special, but it's beer.
Yep. Remember that Torm's was much better. He had really good beer.
Does he sell it?
If you remember correctly, he says, no, this is just mine. It's my own for me.
Is there another inn in town that we can visit?
Yes.
Oh,
I can see Weeping Willow marked.
Yes, I'm just trying to find it. There's Thistledown and the Weeping Willow. Is it Weeping Willow? Hang on. Yes, Thistledown and the Weeping Willow are both inns, both taverns rather than inns. So they don't have rooms, but they are taverns, drinking establishments. Yes.
I will see who else wants to go on the pub crawl.
Nice. Okay.
Blark always want to pub crawl.
Have fun.
So Blark's going. Unico isn't going. What about Polly? Are you going drinking with the boys?
I say to them, I don't know, guys. I'm not good at that kind of socializing thing.
Okay.
Okay, so the dwarf and the half-orc are going to form their opinion on where the best beer in town is.
Nice. Okay, so so far you've had the beer in the Machine at Arms, which was nothing special at all, and you've had Torm's Homebrew, which was fantastic dwarven beer. You loved it as a dwarf. Blark, you also thought it was great. So you want to go to the Weeping Willow first or to the Thistledown?
Weeping Willow seems to be where our figures are.
I'm happy to move them to the Thistledown if you wish.
So we might as well start from where.
Okay, so the Weeping Willow is, like I said, it's not an inn, it's a tavern. So it's on one floor, doesn't have an upstairs with rooms. It's perhaps got a small basement store, not that you would see it, but it's a one-story building. A kitchen in the back, a bar, and an area with a fire, some tables, some bare rugs, bare heads and things on the walls. A typical bar room. There are patrons around. It's busy. It's much, much smaller than the bar area of the Machine at Arms, but perhaps has as many people in it. So it feels twice as busy.
So it was more popular for what it is.
Well, you consider that it's early afternoon. There's a lot of people here drinking, yes.
Oh, that's a good sign. Although are they humans or are there any dwarves there?
Okay, it would be... The population of the town is mostly human, a little halfling, and a little dwarf. But there doesn't seem to be many dwarfs and halflings around town. So if you were in this place, even when it's busy, you might be lucky to see 1 or 2 dwarfs or 1 or 2 halflings around, because it's a 95% human town. So if you're looking for one, I'll give you a chance that there's one there and I'll roll a dice. Otherwise, it would just be mostly humans.
Oh, no, the one thing would be if there was a dwarf there, I would regard it as a good sign.
Okay, well, roll D100. Okay, yeah, roll D100 and we'll see what you get. And from there I'll tell you if there's who's in, okay?
Exceptional.
No, okay, so it's only humans in tonight.
Yeah. We will try. Do they have a choice of beers or just one?
On tap, only one. Like plumbed in, they only have one, but there's like bottled ales and stuff. You know, like big, not bottled, but you know, big jars with big massive big jars with stoppers of other stuff on the shelf. So there seems to be, and you know, they're different shades of brown, so there seems to be quite a few different beers here available.
We'll try there. I will try a couple.
Okay, now they'll range in price.
Try their craft, and we'll try their one of the others if it's.
Okay, so you try
That's what I'm doing.
right. So you try the draft first. Now, don't worry about the semantics of how much it costs just now per drink. What we'll do is, depending on if you have a big night drinking, we'll work it out later. It's semantics at the moment, right? So you try the draft ale. Now, Blark, I want to know, are you having one as well, yeah?
Yeah, I enter like, hello, punch humans.
Okay, so yeah, set the scene. Are you
me one
going?
beer.
You're going straight to the bar as you come in. The bar. So the bar is a little away from the door, so you are passing through quite a lot of people, a busy, crowded area as you come through.
Me Blark.
I will make sure my money is secure.
Thank you for the follow, and thank you for the host. Wow, thank you very much. And by make sure your money's secure, what exactly did you mean? You mean like pat yourself down in front of everybody?
Hold on, I'm just thinking. Hold on. Would it be? It's presumably not normal. Do dwarves go drinking in that armor? Are dwarves that stereotypical in this universe or not?
Mate, you tell me what your dwarf does if he goes drinking in his armor or not. It's up to you. Fan G, 69872.
Back at home.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a Discord invite, okay? And we can discuss it in there, because I'm busy with the game just now, so I can't really. 2 seconds. You can't join in tonight, obviously, but there are a bunch of games going on here. So let me just send that to you.
You haven't got a view on the dwarf culture.
And if you excuse me, I need to.
High is likely.
If you went out drinking in your armor, no one would look at you strange. Put it that way. No one would look at you strange. That would, especially as your role as a champion of the church. You're proud of your armor and you shine it up nice and you keep your weapons clean and yeah. So to go out in your armor drinking, that would not be unusual for a man of your character.
Okay, in that case, I will. Presumably, Blark does as well.
Blark, would you go out drinking wearing your armor? Yeah.
I think Blark just.
I'm not.
Yeah, has his armor and his axes are all dirty with blood. But, you know.
Suppose yet, that would have taken a bit of time to clean up.
Yeah, I mean, I usually assume that Darrow does. Because the champion kit, I know it well. He has shining armor. He keeps himself well presented, for a dwarf especially.
I mean, he doesn't bother necessarily with things like because
like brushing his hair and combing his beard, that's not so important, but if his armor's shining and his holy symbol's bright, then he's good.
Yes. Yes. So we'll have done a bit of getting ready. make sure things look respectable, and then we'll say we'll go to this inn first. And I'll start with the draft. I don't know what...
Okay. Now, the draft beer is really good in here.
Ah,
In fact, it tastes like, to you, a dwarven ale.
ooh.
And now, Darrow, is he a beer drinker in general? Yeah, I get the impression he is generally a beer drinker, so...
Yes,
What I would say is you definitely, although you feel like it's a dwarven beer, it's different from Torm's. Not as good and different, but definitely dwarven and good.
Yes, so having had the first pint, we'll go up to the bar and have a chat with the barman and say, so, is that dwarven brewer they had?
Ah, yes, that is the local dwarven beer. You like it, my friend?
Yes, it's much more familiar to my tongue than what I had where I'm staying.
Ah, that's our local dwarven brewer, Kerrick. That's
Right.
That's Kerek. If anybody wants, I'll type it in Discord actually.
My compliments to him, my compliments to you for stocking it.
Ah, we'll pass that on next time we bring some down, my friend. And what brings a fine dwarf like you into my drinking establishment? This man is in his 30s to 40s, ruggedly good looking. Again, there seems to be a lot of them around this town. His hair colour's like mine, you know, that really beautiful kind of, not quite ginger, that fucking African sunset, really sexy. Stubble. An attractive man behind the bar, charismatic. He's moving around with confidence as he makes the drinks, as he talks to you. He's catching the eyes of any ladies that are in the bar. He's like a super charismatic barman, giving it all the kind of, you know.
Yes, well, I've come over here because I've heard my church has learned that there may be another branch of the religion nearby, although I've been told that it is on the small island.
Ah, you're looking for the Church of Barrackthram.
Yes.
He looks at you a little bit sideways. Yeah, it's on the small island, Torsia, next door, the little one.
Yes, well, it's my intention to go there soon, once we've admitted that we were persuaded to do a mission for Norm at the sawmill.
Ah, Norm, and how is Mr. Big Shot these days? I haven't seen him in a while. He doesn't come drinking in here. He's more of a machine arms man himself. You know, I've got the good beer, but they say it's a rough pub, this, and, you know, the rich guys, they don't come in here so much.
Yes, we had considered trying the machine arms too, but I'll see what my companion thinks. But you have a decent brew here. What about those other beers you have behind the counter? Any of them dwarven?
Yes, in fact, and there's 4, right? And one of them is like a really dark ale, and you would recognise it as being the same sort of similar colour as dwarven ales. Like this one's imported; it'll cost you a little bit more. These 4 you see behind me, these are all imports. These aren't brewed here on the island. These are all imported, and it'll cost you a little bit more. The one of them is dwarven, and the rest of them are from human breweries in the bigger island in Panthea. Remember, this is Panthea Minor. And I have also some elven wines if you're interested, imported. We have a lot of market traders come through here in the town. I have a variety of things for you.
Have a beer, man. The beer, the elves can keep their wine. What about, so where is the dwarven ale from over there?
I believe my dwarven ale, it comes from Rockholm.
Ah. And then is it a name?
You name the local brewer, yeah. Yeah, you'll name the local brewer. Now, if you want, Peter, that's up to you to name him. You pick his name, and that's his name from now on. Write it in Discord, and we'll keep it. So, yeah, and he'll say, yeah, yes, that's the man. That's the man. Now, I just get it from a trader. A trader brings it into me. But I've learned about, yes, I know all about all my sources. Yes, that's the dwarf. He's the man whose ale I buy. Yes, you can drink that here also.
Yes, I think I will end up. I will finish my drink with a taste of home. But, yeah, and I may name I may express my opinion about my favourite. This guy makes more than one ale. I express an opinion on my favourite of those.
No, what?
I think
The other three that were on that shelf, the other three were from different breweries on the island, human breweries. The one that you've tried just now, the darker one, that's another dwarven one. So the 5 beers in the house are the tap one, which is Kerrick's local dwarven brewery. You have this one from Rockholm, which is your guy, you're going to name him, his brewery back there. And then there's 3 from human breweries on the bigger island. That's his 5 beers.
have I heard anything about the human breweries as being any good, or is it part?
Nah, it's not the kind of thing you would hear as a dwarf of Rockholm. You wouldn't hear that the human breweries were good, no.
I look and see that what's on the shelf, there's probably less of it than what's on.
Yeah, these are like big glass.
Make sure really have what's on tap. Then what's important, it's just the last pint of the day.
Yeah, okay.
That means I've got the opportunity to have it as the last pint of tomorrow as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So if there's only a little bit of the import, you want to only have one of them every day. And you want to get drunk on the good dwarven stuff and just save the good import stuff because there's only a little bit there. I like the way you're thinking. You're forward planning your drinking. I like it.
Yes, so that's the... He will, of course, when I get back to Blah, and will, of course, tell him that as this is Dwarven Ale, we'll finish the day with silver hammers.
Okay. Now I want Blark, Guido, I'd like you to roll a d20 and check it against charisma.
Can you hold your ale when you've already had some?
No, this is charisma. Right, okay, so that's a critical hit. Because you're looking for a low number here, so that's a critical, right? What you were rolling there was, because you're a half-orc, what I was rolling there for was racial prejudice. To see if there's any asshole at the bar that just doesn't like the look of you because you're a half-orc and wants to start some trouble. But what you've done there is you've rolled the perfect roll. So, some guy whose father was rescued by a half-orc hero many years ago just happens to be next to you at the bar, and he decides for Blark and for Darrow while you're here that you're not paying for any of your drinks because basically this was like I rolled a racial prejudice for half-orc roll and I got a critical success. So some guys like loves half-orcs. All your drinks are free today, gentlemen. They're on behalf of this man.
Okay, there won't be subtracting money. Hammer is an honourable dwarf, even though it could have been the opportunity to have more than one of the more expensive beer. He's not going to. He's just going to have the one of the guest ale.
Cool, nice. Okay, so he's been respectful. Even though he's basically got the free bar, he's not going to take the piss, basically.
Yeah.
Nice.
As the beer is reasonable, he'll probably try the food here tonight rather than the stew at the other place.
Okay, so Guido, I want to know, like, Blark, how you feel. Like, this guy's come up to you and he's got his arm around you and you pay for nothing in here, my friend. You and your friend, you pay for nothing in here.
Many thanks. Finally, some respect for half-orc warriors.
Oh, all the
Thanks.
respect in the world for half-orc warriors. And and now,
Blarg will just drink anything
now at this point,
they give him.
you'll not be allowed to get halfway through your drink before this guy's trying to push another one on you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Blarg will probably drink until there's no more. Because Blarg doesn't care about quality, just quantity.
Okay, so roll a Constitution check. So roll a d20 and check against Constitution. What's your Constitution?
My constitution is, I think, 17.
Okay, so because you didn't mention food and you said you'll drink as much as is going, I'm making you a check to be sick there, okay? But so you're drunk, but you weren't sick. You managed to hold your stomach with your Constitution check. Daryl, do you drink at that same rate as he is drinking? Are you having a big one like he is, or not?
May remember that dwarvens save well against poison.
Yes, and it applies to an alcohol save.
Yes. But I said, I've already said that I'll try their food.
Okay. So I'll give you a +2 on a Constitution check. So if you want to drink and get drunk, that's fine. This will be to save against being drunk and being sick. So he's made his save. He's not going to have any penalties in combat or anything tomorrow. He can have his big night without any minuses for being hungover. This, if you want it, you can have a big night with this save. This will depend whether you're rough tomorrow or not.
I think a certain amount of wisdom.
I would say eating will give you +2 on the roll, because eating's cheating.
But I think I might also want to make a wisdom.
Okay. Right, okay, so you're wrapped up in the atmosphere, right? You're wrapped up in the atmosphere. Make a wisdom check for the willpower to not, like, go mad with it. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, so you've rolled a critical success.
I do exactly.
So you have...
I'm used to drinking dwarven ales. I know my capacity.
So you have exact clarity of what your chances of being rough tomorrow are. No matter how much you drink, you've got exact clarity of how hungover you're going to be. Or your chances, anyway.
Yes.
I'll give you an extra +2 on your roll.
So I know personally, can have 4 pints of cider, but 5 pints and I'm sick.
Yes, okay. So, yeah, so you have that wisdom, right? And so you can have a big night.
Hello, had clarity.
If you want to get drunk, what I'll do is, as well as the +2 for eating, I'll give you that +2 for making a wisdom check, and that is you knowing your limits and knowing when to have some water, etc. But you can still get drunk and have fun. Do you know what I mean? That same saving throw that Darrow made against Constitution, that's for the hangover.
D20 minus. It's going to be -4.
Yeah, roll a d20 and compare it to Constitution. You've got a +4 bonus.
So it's D20 -4 because
Yeah.
I'm wanting under Constitution.
That's correct. So you're under Constitution, so you can get drunk and party and have a great time, and you're not going to suffer from the effects of a hangover tomorrow, okay?
Yes. And
At no cost.
what is his Constitution?
I think you made it anyway. Oh wait, yeah, 13, I think you made it.
Constitution is 15.
15, yeah, you made it. Cool.
Yes, that's made the difference. Combination of the wisdom and the eating have made the difference.
So what that means is you can get as drunk as you want and have a great night, but you're like eating the right amount, you're getting the right amount of fresh air, you're drinking the right amount of water, that you're not going to be suffering from any effects tomorrow. Blark also is going to not be suffering from the ill effects tomorrow. He just didn't have the bonuses from eating and from wisdom that you did. He went straight in for it.
Yes, I'm age. Where does age live on this character? There we are. He is 63.
Yeah, and he's a priest. He's a wise dwarf.
Yes.
Wiser than average. Much wiser than average. So excellent, man. Through your wisdom and through eating the food, you've managed to get as drunk as you want for free and suffer no hangover tomorrow.
Then we head back, not having done a pub crawl after all.
Just stayed in the same place all night because it was great.
Yeah.
But for my, I suspect that Blanc was happy to receive all the free drinks, and Darrow is happy to have decent enough Homebrew up at the end with one of his favourite tipples.
Yeah, and in game terms, I'll give you +1 charisma for the rest of the day. For any roll that you have to do on charisma, you've got +1 on it. Because you've got that happy, good, drunk vibe going.
Yeah, so he's had Silverhammer's Double X was the one he finished with.
Silver Hammers Double X. There you go. Is that the name? Make a note of that, and I'll link that up in the wiki, bro. Thank you.
So Silverhammer is the brewer.
Nice.
Double X is the.
So that was the dwarven beer you had in that place. The imported dwarven beer. The other one was Kerrick's local dwarven.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, we're building lore as we go, man. That's what this is all about. I like to build the world with the players.
Yes.
So, Yuneko, you're going to spend the day and the night preparing spells. You're casting armor on yourself and you're preparing 2 other spells. And Polly, you are. What did you do for the day while they were out drinking then, and Yuneko was preparing? What did Polly do for the day?
I was counting my gold and checking all my provisions and stuff that I could do to. Well, he's pretty paranoid because of the possible humanoids in the cave.
Okay.
So he's in no mood for drinking. He's just checking his stuff.
Alright, taking stock of his arrows, making sure they're sharp.
And making a shopping list too.
Oh, okay. Now, I'm interested what kind of things are on a shopping list, or is that something you don't want to say to other players, or...?
No, yeah, it's fine. I would just want to buy more lamp oil and arrows.
Well, there is a shop in town now. With having spent some time, all of you, in different places and having had a drink and spoken to different people, you would know about the different shops that are in the town. So there is a town right on the river, just down a bit from Norm's Sawmill, just north a bit from Norm's Sawmill. They're called Annie's Adventure Essentials. So if you wanted something like lamp oil, that's where you would go.
Okay then. May I wait for the other guys to be with me? I'm a little shy to go for a halfling to go alone into the town.
You may find that you're waiting a long time.
I don't think
Don't worry, Polly.
I don't think
Everybody loves me.
I don't think Darrow and Blark are. I think they're more interested in drinking and talking to people at the bar, mate.
So if the hours pass and they don't come back, I guess I should venture forward.
Yeah, I mean they've been away for the day drinking. So yeah, you'd be on your own unless you could convince Yuneko to come with you.
I feel a little humiliated because I was waiting for them with like, let's make a plan for tomorrow. But
oh no, they got comfortable in the bar and had a great time.
All right then. So, do I see Yuneko in the inn?
No, she's upstairs in the room preparing. She's got her own private room.
I will go to knock on her door.
It's an open door. It's a shop. It's open through the day. Now, I have some notes. Bear with me a moment. Annie's Adventure Essentials is the general store in Machina, run by Annie and her assistant Leandra. So as you go in, there's a young woman stocking shelves, sweeping up, a young pretty woman called Leandra, and and a woman behind the counter. Annie.
Good day to you, lady.
Leandra gives a flirty smile. Good day, young man. And Annie gives a more respectful smile. Good day, traveller.
I am looking for adventuring wares. I am knee-deep in danger.
Ah, well, as you look around, you'll see that you're in the right place anyway. She has things like lamp oil on shelves, so you know instantly that you're in the right place. She has things like nets, 10-foot poles, ladders, like things for climbing, ropes, bedrolls, blankets, all the non-weapon, non-armor kind of adventurer gear. So she says, ah, well, my friend, you have come to the right place for... I think we have most of what you would need. If not, then you need the man Torm, the dwarf Torm.
First of all, I'm just looking for lamp oil.
Okay, so she has that, and it would be whatever it costs in the player's handbook under equipment is what it would cost you. So you can worry about taking it off your character sheet later, the money. She has as much as that as you would need, unless you're going to buy crazy amounts.
No, I don't want to catch on fire. I'll just buy 1 flask.
Okay, yep, so she'll sell you that.
Well, a little embarrassed because I didn't buy anything too interesting. I would say, oh, jeez, I forgot my list. I will be back later. Thank you.
You are welcome, young man. And she goes back about her business.
Okay, I storm off, and I want to visit the Fletcher again.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Wrath, and his name was... His first name was Wrath, I think it was like Single something. Hang on 1 second.
Singleton.
Wrath Singleton. The human Fletcher in the town. Who you have seen before and you were on very friendly terms with. He gave you the +1 arrows. So you want to go see him, okay? Go ahead. You walk into his shop. It's the same as before. He's there, working away.
Greetings. I am back.
Ah, greetings. Ah, it's always good to see someone come back breathing. Welcome back, young sir.
For now, breathing. Yes. I would like more of those arrows that you gave me. Those were pretty effective.
Ah, see, those were special stock. I don't have more of those to give, son. I have your standard of as many as you need, but those were a gift from Norm. I can't just pull those out of my butthole.
Oh.
He looks a little bit annoyed.
Alright then. Oh, I didn't mean to impose. I'm sorry. Then I will take your normal stock.
Of course.
I want around 18.
Okay, now they come in sets of 20, the arrows.
Alright then, I will take 20.
Okay, so again, just whatever it says it costs in the player's handbook, go ahead and take that off later. It'll not be enough that you need to worry about it just now.
Yep.
Cool. Now, we're halfway through, we're more than halfway through. We normally stop at halfway through, so I want to take like a quick 2-minute break, 2 to 5 minute break for everybody to get to the toilet, top up their drinks and grab a snack if they need to, because I'm going to do those things, so... if everybody wants to do that now then, halfway through the game, we'll reconvene in 2 to 5 minutes, I guess. So, Polly has returned. You've bought some more arrows. Blark and Darrow come back from their day of drinking and eating and revelling and meeting with the townspeople and having a nice time. Uneko has been upstairs preparing. So, do you want that to be the end of the day and then you want to rest, or do you have anything else you would like to do?
Anything to say? As far as I'm concerned, I'm ready to rest.
Okay. Everybody else? I know Uneko, you will be, eh?
It's going to 8 hours to study armor. and cast it. And it's gonna take her another 8 hours to
Prepare it.
study Nihals and
Yep. Okay. Well, you have enough time for that because it's it's early. When you came back, it was early afternoon, and you have until tomorrow morning. So yep, that's fine.
well, she's gonna take a long soak. There's Shemison.
Got my snack ready. Got hummus with like Nando's peri peri sauce that you pour all over it, and some fucking tortilla chips. So it's gonna be crunchy for a little bit. But man's got to eat. You need to have snacks while you play D&D. It's important. It's like part of the thing, yeah. Part of the process, part of the culture is the snacks. So, everybody's ready to rest and call it the next day, yeah? Okay. You wake up the next morning feeling refreshed. You would have all recovered some hit points, but you were all healed anyway. You were all at full. Your breakfast paid for.
We have breakfast and
In fact,
then
at some point in the morning, to one of you, it's unimportant who, but somebody who works here would have said, oh, by the way, as long as you're under the employ of Norm from now on, your meals and your drinks here are paid for. So as long as you're in the machine at arms while you're on this job for Norm, don't worry about any money while you're in the machine at arms, okay?
he said, did include the room. He said the rooms are paid for.
Yes.
Just
The rooms that he's already in. So the three of you in your shared room, that he's paid for that shared room basically. He's not paid for Yuneko's private room, but she's already put down 5 gold and booked that for 5 nights anyway.
right, okay. Right, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting for you guys to say what you want to do.
Okay. Yeah, Blark is like he will eat breakfast a lot of something because he doesn't care about quality, and then he's ready to go kill some ants. Hopefully not scorpions.
Okay, now the breakfast. It's different, like I said, it changes every few days. They just have a meat and veg kind of thing. It's like same shitty menu, but the meat now has changed from rabbit to deer. It's the only difference.
Right.
Excuse me, Twitch, while I eat, but I have to get hungry.
We have it, and when everyone seems to have finished eating, Darrow says, "Shall we go?"
Everyone has breakfast, yeah? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so
Okay.
for the sake of, we've done it a couple of times now. You go through. I'll go through it quick. You walk down the road through the town. I won't change maps. You get yourself to the sawmill. You meet Norm. He welcomes you. He greets you in the morning. He asks if there's anything he can help you with. If there's anything you need. He's got his guards posted again in the same places. The same 2 guards. The 2 brothers at the top at the opening on this side. The Zigram and Thrall, the half orc and the half elf on the other side. And it's as you left it. Oh, there's torches now. On sconces on the walls, been hammered into the walls. Sconces have been hammered into the walls, going down from here to there, from the first guards to the second guards to the entrance to the cavern.
Yes, thanks.
Okay.
And I asked them if they've seen any sign of ants or scorpions or anything else.
They didn't see anything. It wouldn't matter which one you asked, they'll all say no, there's not been anything reported or seen through the night.
Well, and I mean, we keep an eye out as we go through each of the rooms, just in case some ants have returned.
Okay. So I've got you back on the map on the first one. And as you come into that, you would find nothing again. Do you want to go back through to the second one? That's where the second scorpion, in fact, both scorpions were.
Worth checking that, just to make sure there's nothing behind us. We would expect, if there's a queen ant or whatever, main ant's nest, expect it to be down the way we haven't been. But just in case there's some ants on the loose, and we get terribly injured and then they come up behind us, it's worth looking in this room you've just put up. Make sure there's nothing here.
Okay. Again, everything is as you've left it.
Okay, so having checked
Around 20 hours ago, I guess.
the two rooms we've been to before, then we can advance on the third room that there's nothing in our rear.
Bear with me, I'm just popping tokens onto the map.
And, Saint Darrow, they like his beer, etc., but he's actually quite a systematic character.
Now, when it comes to... You guys are marching 2 by 2. I know that Blark and Darrow are in the front. But when that switches to you have to go 1 by 1, who moves to the front out of you two? Is it Blark? Like that. Because there's water here, so it narrows down to like a 5 foot there.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're coming through. You're coming through like that. You understand me? There's only one of you can get through there at a time. That's where I'm going to pop you onto the map.
Is the water very deep?
It looks like it's going from 0. It's getting deeper. You know what I mean? It's getting deeper as it moves further away from you. Now, I'm going to reveal some map first of all. I can't see that, sorry. Where is it? Now people on Twitch, they can't hear me. I don't have to talk on. Sorry, 1 second, guys. They don't see those. Those are hidden on the GM layer. Same with that. Same with that. So they don't see them. They don't know about them yet. Now, guys, I'm just going to pop something up from the GM layer.
Despite this time.
Did that pop up on the map? Yeah, there's a giant beetle.
It's
Oh,
a big
Giant beetle, right? And I want you not to roll surprise because you came through carefully. But I'm going to roll surprise for it. It's not surprised. So yeah, there's a giant beetle in front of you, like it's got a red shell. It's a couple of feet long, even 18 inches to 2 feet long. Big thing, angry looking thing. And as you come through, it stuck its head up and looked at you. Roll initiative, gentlemen.
oh,
Polly, are you using your bow? Shall I add a second one for Polly? Also for Blark.
Yes. 5.
yeah, 27.
I obviously can't really see what's going on. Given that.
No, not. I mean, you'll see that it's there, yeah. You don't have the best view, but you see that it's there.
Suppose I'll have my axe in one hand initially and be ready to grab it in both hands. Well, roll.
Polly, the speed of your bow is 5, yes?
Yes.
So, when you're using the 2 shots, if your first initiative roll is 11, you add 5 for your second one. So your second one is 16.
Okay. I'll do it.
I've done it this time, so it's okay. Just so you know how to do it as well. I need an initiative roll from Darrow, please.
I rolled the wrong die. I meant to hit initiative and obviously I hit attack. Let's try again.
Excuse me, I'm really sorry for eating.
Didn't think it was asking
Well,
for too
streaming.
much
I'm not professional.
information. That's
Fuck
more
it.
like it.
Wrong one. Just getting the character sheet up for the Beetle, gentlemen. Just a second. Oh, it says rhinoceros beetle. It's not rhinoceros beetle. Ignore that. Does it say that on your initiative tracker, rhinoceros beetle? If it does, ignore that. It's not that. That's not the kind of beetle it is. It shouldn't say that there.
It's just the
Doesn't say anything.
people.
Okay,
The
cool.
people go first, and we get to find out soon.
Okay.
I can remember the low-level beetle that I first used to meet and paying.
Don't worry, mate. I tweak and nerf monsters all the time so that you can't meta game. You don't know how many hit points and shit things have. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. I'm thinking back to first edition. what type of beetle it is.
No, the only problem I'm
Might
having is
be.
in the initiative tracker, but it's just for me seeing it or for people watching my screen. It says rhinoceros beetle because I've used a token from what has previously been a rhinoceros beetle. But if you don't see it, it's not a
I
problem.
did not see it say rhinoceros beetle on the player
That's cool.
thing. It's just in the DM thing that you're seeing that.
Cool. Okay, so we have our initiative order, gentlemen. Breed. She is using her war fan, is it?
Yes, she is.
You're a bit quiet there, Mark. Cool. I heard yes, she is, but you're a bit quiet. Okay, go ahead and roll. And I'll go ahead and eat. I forget, Mark, you have to be quiet at times because of other people in the house, so sorry. Mark is rolling for Breed. She is rolling to attack with her war fan. I'll put these away, okay? Just had to get a little bit of sustenance. Okay, she misses. Now the beetle's going to turn and attack her. Bite, bite, bite. And miss. So to the people watching on Twitch, that shouldn't say rhinoceros beetle. That's just a mistake when I've been importing things with Roll20, the site that we use for the DM stuff. Don't worry about that. It's much smaller. This thing's about 2 feet long. But angry. Alright, so Polly,
Yes, sir.
you're shooting arrows with your short bow, is that right? Are you using the +1 arrows or not?
No, not anymore.
Okay. It's going to bounce off the beetle's armour, its natural armour, like the other giant insect you fought. Hit it, but not go in. Darrow, you're swinging that big, mighty two-handed Torm's axe, aren't you?
Yes. I can get up somewhere like that.
Are you trying to get behind it to get +2 on it? Because you can do. You have enough space that you
If
can
I
do.
could get past without giving it an attack of
You
opportunity.
certainly could, yeah. Something like that.
So I go there. I go.
+2.
There we are. So, what? +2 to hit?
+2 to hit, yeah. Excuse me.
It says, Dex as it says, that us to submit. Could be good.
Hang on 1 second. What's its armor class? Is 4.
Well,
There is a hit. I was just double checking its armor class. Armor class is 4. Sorry, so you've hit it.
right.
That is a hit. So roll damage, please.
It sounds like it's size small.
Yes, size small. It's not medium. It's like about 2 feet long.
So I do less damage than I did against the scorpion.
With a big weapon like that, yeah. Still though,
Oh,
Darrow brings his big two-handed swing, down with this big two-handed axe and he bursts that giant beetle into bits, splatters it all over Breed's nice combat uniform that she wears. Good job it's black and red, because now it's black and red and red. Splatteroonie, yeah, killed it in one, mate. GG.
Yes, yes. Let's say what I remember when I first started playing D&D, first edition, AD&D, the beetles we would meet were bombardier beetles, which would sort of let off stink bomb smells.
No, these are fire beetles, but
Yeah.
if you want to know, they are Theco 19. So I've actually just changed something, hang on.
This thing...
They're Theco
so
19,
on
they
this
do
map,
2d4 damage, they have 1 attack, and they have 8 hit points, armor class 4.
yes. So on this map you're showing, the thing to the right from the centre is the bit going on. The thing to the right is dry and the thing to the left is wet.
Dry and wet, yeah.
Yes. We're going to reorganise again with dark in front.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So you reorganise. Cool.
Yes, so once we get hurry enough to walk along, but once we're walking along there and it's narrow, it's dark in front, and when it gets a bit wider...
Stop there. Stop
so
there,
that-
Blark. Stop there, okay? No, stop there. Go ahead, Peter.
Okay.
Go ahead, Peter. What were you saying, buddy?
Yes, so... Okay.
So these are on the GM layer. I'm going to pop them up onto the map. These guys will see them now. So, Blark, as you've come around the corner, you've seen more of these fire beetles.
Uh-oh.
Now, no one mentioned they were coming round cautiously. You were just bounding round. So, Blark, since as you're the one that's seeing them and not everybody else, I'll just get just you to roll for surprise.
Okay.
The beetles
What
are
do I
not
roll?
rolling for surprise. Oh, sorry, there's 4 of them. There's another 4. And if you give me 1
1d10,
moment, I
right?
need to reveal a little bit more map too. Okay, so you're not surprised. So, gentlemen, again, initiative. Sorry, did I have push to talk there or not? I forget. Gentlemen, it's initiative again.
I can hear you.
Cool, cool, sorry.
Our roll for the axe, it's going to depend on what happens, or what moves when,
What I would
whether it's somewhere I can get in or not.
And what I would say, Darrow, is you did end a combat, so it'll be the start of another combat, so it'd be a first round of using it again, so it'd still be just 1 attack.
Yes, that I'm aware of. But it's if Lark charges on, he could get to somewhere where I couldn't get round him, and at that point it might be the hammer I end up throwing rather than the axe.
And the hammer is
Okay.
the hammer's a faster weapon, so you can improvise from a slower weapon that you rolled the initiative on. I'll allow you to go in the same initiative with a faster weapon without having to change anything.
Okay.
Nice roll. Beautiful roll. Breed on 7, is that? That's the war fan again, yeah? Cool.
Yes, it is.
Blark, I need to add a second attack for you.
Yeah.
So just add your weapon speed, that's your second. Darrow, yours hasn't come up on the thing, so I'll add it for you.
6 is showing on mine.
Yeah, you just want on the thing.
Yeah, you keep forgetting to select your token before you roll initiative.
It's not a problem. So,
It's one more attack for me.
sorry, yes. Polly, you're taking shots with your bow, so you have a second. So that'll be an 80 there. Alright, we have our first round 1 for this combat. Darrow, you'll go first.
Now, I'm looking at the map.
Uh-huh.
I may be that I'm holding action until they come into view, at which point I dash over here, and it can be a front line of 2 that I can be hitting as well as Blark.
So you're holding
That
your action
makes
until the end.
sense.
You're holding your action until the end of the round.
So I can't see them at the moment, can I?
Yes, you can. You can see the first one. Sorry, you can. Breed could probably see the first one as well. Only maybe Polly can't quite see them. You're all well aware they're there. You hear them scuttling round. Blark's clearly seen all of them. Darrow, you'd see 1 or 2 of them. Sorry, yeah, you're aware they're there.
If I charge ahead, I'm going to be in his way.
If you went as far as there,
But then
No.
I'm in his.
you could still fit 2.
We can still fight 2 wide there.
Uh-huh. You want to go up.
I want to go up.
Okay, so you can have your pick of these 2 if you're swinging with that big 2-handed hammer.
Right. You were saying he's going to come to my right. Maybe
It doesn't. The thing is, he's not acting yet. You can only really think about what you're doing because he goes after you.
No, I can't assume he's doing anything. Don't want to block him from getting in.
Uh-huh. If you go to there, he's not blocked.
Okay. In that case, yes, I will go there, and I'm going to wing at the furthest right one I can hit,
Okay.
because he's going to have the one on the left.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. The only reason I say that is because you can act according to what you think someone might do, but you can't act according to what they're going to do because you don't know.
Yes, and I'm acting was not to prevent him going in,
Yes.
not to his target.
You're keeping his
Because
options
I
open,
don't
yeah.
know they have the initiative over him.
Exactly. Yeah.
This
So
is why I'm saying
you're
I'm
acting.
leaving him the one on the left,
Uh-huh.
knowing that by the time he goes, they're going to have swarmed me.
Yeah. Perhaps. So you've hit because its armor class is 4.
And therefore, I next do the damage
It's
roll.
the small, yeah, the small medium because it's a small creature. Radar! Oh, bro, thank you. 3 months gone fast. Yeah, bro. Man, thanks for the sub. Wow, okay. So, if you want, again, Peter, because Darrow has obliterated that one, I'll let you describe it if you like, mate.
Well, it's the axe come down and there's a squelch.
Nice, mate. Simple but effective. Okay. The axe comes down, there is a squelch, there is no giant beetle left. Breed, it's your turn. Nice hit, nice kill, Darrow. That's having a couple of beauties today. Radar, thank you so much. Sorry I won't talk too much outside of the game. You know how it is with Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm a dungeon master here, so I have to concentrate on what they're saying and everything. But dude, thank you so much for the sub, man. You're a legend. Mark's quietly rolling because he's got to stay quiet in his house just now. Mark, understand you're just quietly rolling away because you've got to be quiet. That's cool, bro. You're attacking with your war fan, right? Perhaps not. Maybe, maybe not. It's a fast 3 months, Radar Man.
Though Nero will be surprised if it's she who appears there and not the barbarian.
Well, I'm just waiting to see what Mark rolls, because I think Mark has to stay quiet just now because he's got kids in the house and the dog's barking or whatever. I'm just trying to wait and see what he rolls and we'll work it out from there. He rolled initiative for the war fan, so maybe he is going to step into the front line here. We'll see. Mark, we're waiting on you, buddy. So we're just waiting on Mark, guys. Oh, he's writing the main Discord, I think. No, that's something else. Message him on Discord as well. Yo, we fucking winning yet. The guys are fighting some giant beetles right now, Dave. They've been out into the town and spoke to some people, done a bit of role playing for a while after we were in here, and then they were out, and now we're back in dealing with some giant beetles now. We're waiting on Mark. Mark's got trouble with the audio, I think. What I'll do, right guys, what I'll do is I'll leave Mark till the end of the round then, and he can decide then, because he's obviously got audio problems or something just now. So we'll skip to the Beetles. Rolled their initiative collectively. Breed will go at the end of the round. So there's 3 of them left, and one of them, the first one obviously is going to attack you, Darrow. Just a second. It's not going to hit you. The second one, it's going to do the same. He's going to come and have a go at you. And miss as well. Now the third one, come around the sides. Again, he's going to attack you. And it's your lucky day. All 3 of them have missed you. Blark, it's your turn. So the half-orc warrior. What's he going to do? You've rolled for your axes, right? Right. So you're going to come in from the side, try and attack this one with your first attack. Nice. Good luck. Yo, Dave, we are winning, bro. We are winning. Okay, that's not going to hit. So, next, Polly. Obviously, you're not going to hit any of them from there with a shot. You'd have to move. Because they're much smaller, and Darrow and Black are much higher up, you are going to have to consider how you're going to get a shot away here to shoot at them. Because your vision's definitely obscured by your friends.
If I go to that position, would I get a shot?
You get a shot, yes, but you're going to have to shoot through the arrow somehow.
May I try to shoot between Blark's legs?
What you can do then is the same. If you do the cold shot like you did it before, so you take it at the end of the round. What I'll do is instead of giving you a +2 on the attack, I'll negate any penalties for having to shoot past Blark or Darrow. So if you take it as a cold shot, if you take it at the end of the round, you can have just a normal roll, and you're not worrying about hitting Blark or Darrow, unless of course you rolled a 1. There's always the chance if you rolled a 1.
Okay, that sounds.
So you wait until the end of the round then, and take a cold shot, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So Blark. Now, Blark, did you ever manage to get a hit with that left axe? Because remember they were sharpened for you, and you had, like, on that first hit from each axe, you had that +3 damage, and you got one with the right hand. Did you ever get one with the left hand?
Yes, yes.
You did? Okay, so they're back to normal. So this is your left hand axe. Blark is a big 2 axe wielding half-orc warrior, by the way. So, you get your second attack now.
Yeah. Oh, no!
Okay, so it's a fumble. Roll 1d10. This is the house rule for anybody that's watching. Dave, I know you're watching. This is a house rule. So that already is a fumble, but roll 1d10 as a fighter, and if you get a 1, it's a very particularly bad fumble, as you know, Darrow.
Hope you can.
I can't.
If you roll a 1, you're in the water. Okay, you're not in the water. Standard fumble, you lose all your attacks for next round. Next round would have been your 3 attacks per round with those axes, so you're losing 3 attacks next round. Polly, that would have been your second shot, which is forfeit, because you're doing the cold shot. So that would put us at the end of the round. Now, I've not heard from Mark yet, so Gineko will just have to leave it. Breed.
No,
Okay.
she's not gonna attack. She can't
Oh,
attack.
you're there. Cool. So, right, okay, so she's forfeiting. So, Polly, you now have a cold shot that you waited for the end of the round for. So, instead of the +2 that you normally get for that cold shot, I'll just say you can avoid the chance of hitting Blark or Darrow with a standard. No plus minus.
Okay, then I will shoot the one on the left.
This one?
Yep.
Okay, good luck. Oh yeah, that'll hit it. At 5 damage. Okay, nice one. So, your arrow sinks in, again, probably through... So the beetle has a body where it's got like, you know, a line down the middle on the back, 2 sides, and your arrow seems to go right in the little space between the plates of the armour and sink right in, and that has certainly done a lot of damage to that giant beetle, but it's not dead. And that was our round. So, would anybody like to do something different this round? I think Breed, you probably do, eh?
Yep.
What's she going to do this round, Mark?
She's gonna cast
What's she casting?
magic missile.
Cool. For anybody
Whoever
watching,
gets a second attack on an
she's a
11.
wild mage. Blark, we don't add your third attack this round because of your fumble. You get no attacks this round. Polly, what's he doing this round?
I'll just declare the cold shot now.
Okay, so we'll keep your initiative and you'll go at the end of the round. So there we are, that's it ordered. So Darrow, you're at the top of the round with your first attack of the round with your 2-handed axe. Go ahead, and good luck.
I'm splatting the one on the right first. Okay, that's odd. Let's try again. Something didn't happen as I expected. Well, that looks more like it. Submit. Ah!
Oh no, wild swing. It's a wild swing and a miss. Okay, Mark, if you can, describe the spell to us, if you're able. If not, I will.
Basically, she's going through like a kata with her fan, while mirroring the vocal components for the spell, and she's gonna pop the fan in a horizontal fashion where it opens up, releasing the
the war
arcane
fan.
energy. But being a wild mage, there's always the potential that something else could happen.
So she casts a spell. Mark rolls the dice because she's a wild
Let's
mage
find
for a
out
wild
first of all
surge.
what her level is. Ooh.
So what's
Okay.
that? No wild surge.
Nope, not wild surge. I believe this is just going to be a minimum effective spell. Roll 20.
Which one are you going for?
I'm actually casting Magic Missile, but because that was such a little roll on my level variation.
Now, Mark, I'm going to move her so that she can see them. Because really where she was standing, she couldn't see them. So I've moved your token a little bit.
Right, okay, so let's see. New roll for wizards, level variation table. Yeah, so yeah, it's going to be a very minimum effective spell.
You're going for the one. Which one are you going for?
Whatever one I can see.
I would say you can see the first two from left to right for you. You can't see this one. You can see the other two, left and middle. Yeah.
So,
So the middle one or the left?
left.
Cool, okay. So you roll 1d4 plus 1 damage, right? Oh, nice. Okay,
Huzzah.
max damage. So Yuniko, like Mark described, she does a few little almost kung fu like movements, and she flicks out her fan in a horizontal fashion, and the bolt of energy when she flicks out her fan comes out of her hand. She shoots this little magical bolt of energy into the... You said left, didn't you?
Yep.
And she fries it.
It's hopefully dead now because I think it was hit before.
It is indeed dead. She fries it dead. GG Bride. Breed, sorry. I keep saying bride because it's spelled like that. Breed. Now,
Nico.
the two beetles that are left, I'm not going to do a morale check for them just now. A morale check because half of them have died in the first round. I'll do a morale check at the start of the round. The next round. So,
They're not intelligent, so I don't think morale will affect them.
how do you know they're not intelligent? You're not the dungeon master. You don't know what the story with these giant insects is, mate. You've got no idea, mate. Right, okay. So, I could probably give you a clue there you shouldn't have got. Right, so it's going to attack Darrow. Again, they're both going to attack Darrow. Because the one that was in between, the one that was next to Blark is now dead. So they're both attacking you, Darrow. From left to right. That is a hit, isn't it?
I'm thinking an exact hit, yeah.
Yes, you've got AC 4 now. So this is where they can hurt you because they've got quite decent damage. Yeah, 6 hit points damage with its bite. Now the second one.
Actually, it's saying it.
Sorry? Oh
It's
yeah,
saying
I
it's
rolled
a
the
hit
wrong. Yeah, I
for damage.
rolled the wrong dice. Sorry. I rolled a hit again and not the damage. Oofed.
Oh,
Doesn't matter. Still
Still
similar
6.
result.
Yep. Now this is the second one. I'm going to take a bite at you, and he misses.
This is
Blark misses all attacks this round. Darrow has his second attack of the round. After getting bit by one of these little bastards, you get to take your revenge.
Yeah, and teach that one a lesson. I don't know which one you think hit, but that one is going to be splattered. Ah! Ah! Splat!
Good luck. That's a miss.
No.
So bear with me a moment. I've got some thing on roll 20 I can't get rid of. go away. Never mind. Put it up there. Okay, so that was a miss. We move on to Polly. You again are taking the called shot, so we'll skip that.
Yes, I will reposition a little bit to the left.
Okay, Blark, we skip again. And we come to the end of the round. Polly's called shot.
And I will hit the one on the left again.
You'll aim at the one on the left again. To hit it is presumptuous.
The living one on the left, not the dead one on the left.
That would be a good tactic, like. Very nice. Very, very nice.
I said,
5 damage. Again, like the last one, when you did 5 damage, you didn't kill it. So it'll be round 3, gentlemen. So Darrow, if he's using his axe, will have 1 attack this round. Black, you would have had 3 last time, so you go back to 2 attacks. Okay, so Darrow, I take your second out. Breed, she cast Magic Missile last round. Does she want to do anything else this round?
No.
Same spell again?
Nope, she's gonna hold off.
Gonna hold off. Okay, so I'll leave your initiative as is. Darrow, you are using the axe again, yeah?
She's only got 1 spell left, and that's
Okay, and Polly, what are you doing?
the cold shot.
Okay, sorry, Peter, you were going to say about Darrow.
Oh, I was about to do my rolls. Unless you say something else.
No, so you're keeping fighting with the axe, so you don't need to change initiative then.
Yeah.
And Blark, what's Blark doing?
Yeah, he will attack with the axes.
Okay, we're at the top of the round with you then, Peter, for Darrow. Round 3, gentlemen, good luck.
Ugh. Yes.
That is a miss, yes. Or not, you know, you hit your target, but you don't damage it. Again, you bounce off its armor, or slide off it. Breed wasn't doing anything, so we go to the Beetle's attack. From left to right, they're both going to still be attacking you, Darrow. The healer's getting the brunt of it here, but saying that, you've had the luck and you've been killing a lot of stuff, so... Right. That one's going to get you. For 4 damage. And this one, critically fumbles, so we'll lose his attack next round. That's this one on the right. Blark with his first attack.
Ha ha ha, finally. I will attack the ant closer to me, the beetle closer to me.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That's going to be a miss. That must have been close to a 1. Polly, again, you're doing a cold shot, so you're till at the end of the round. So that means it's Blark's second attack with his other hand, his other axe.
Okay. Instant redemption.
Yeah, I hope so. Good luck.
Sorry.
Oh, come on.
Ah, come on! Yeah!
Okay, roll 1d10.
This isn't happening.
Roll 1d10. You all know it by now.
Sorry, I will not roll because this isn't happening. I refuse to believe it.
Oh, okay, so just again a regular fumble. You'll lose your attacks next round. You lose your 3 attack round.
I'm still confused, guys.
He's still suffering the effects of the poison. He's still nauseous from the poison and the alcohol. Polly, it's now time for your cold shot at the end of the round.
as I see Blark fumbling like a buffoon, I will get on one knee and shoot again at the beetle on the.
Oh, nice. So he goes down on one knee to try and find a gap, like between Blark's elbow and knee kind of height, and he's like really picking a little cold shot. Like he finds a hole and goes through, so he's like through the elbow gap or something. Yeah, cool, man. Good luck. Nope. Bounces off the back of the beetle. So we go into round 4, gentlemen. Do we have any changes of initiative? Darrow, I'll assume if you're still fighting it, and I'll...
Hello will be stepping back to cure himself.
Okay, so I won't add a second attack for you. Blark, there's no need to add your third attack because you'll not be getting any attacks this round. Breed, do I need to change anything for you, or are you still holding back?
She's gonna be casting.
Casting. Okay, same spell as before?
Nope.
Oh no, you've rolled a new initiative. Perfect, thank you. And Polly, what's Polly doing?
Well, I need to keep doing the cold shot to
Okay.
not hit the guys right.
Okay, no problem. I mean, I can keep your initiative. What I would do is I would keep your initiative the same, right? And then, if when it comes your turn, if someone's moved out of the way and you don't have to use the cold shot, then you can get your turn where it is on the initiative tracker, and you can potentially still get your two attacks. You only use the cold shot if you need to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's perfect.
It's going to depend on where people are standing at the time when you take your attack. So,
right.
I need a D10 plus 3 from you, Peter, for Darrow's initiative. Oh wait, no, did you say... Sorry, you said he's going to heal himself. Is he using a spell rather than a potion? You need to roll initiative for the spell.
Using a spell.
Okay, I believe it's just D10 plus 1 then.
10 plus...
I believe it's D10 plus 1 for Cure Light Wounds.
Light wounds is probably something like a casting time of 5.
It's,
it
it
does.
could be 5. Yeah, 5, sorry. D10 plus 5. And most level 1 spells are 1, but that's 5.
Clerical are different.
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
It's this peculiar thing that... That's why I'm saying he wanted to step back as the first part of his...
Okay.
Because there's... He's wanting to get out of the way is the primary thing.
Yeah, Cure Light Wounds is just 10 of 5.
Okay.
It need... It's a peculiar thing because of... Because this way... Basically, instead of taking his attack, he's stepping back. Or he's wanting to try and avoid giving an attack of initiative. Or do they get an
No,
attack of
they'll only get an
opportunity
attack of opportunity if you turn and run. If you take a fighting retreat stance, if you're casting as walking away, while walking away carefully backwards, I'll allow you the small bit of movement and the cast without getting an attack of opportunity, but your movement will be very small.
In that case, actually, I'm going to be back. Spellcast was because I thought I might be. I'm not going to slow myself down by casting the spell. I want to get out of the way.
I mean, you'll only get a small... Yeah, you could...
They both bite me, and they're got a danger of taking me down.
Mm-hmm.
So...
I mean, if you're going backwards, at a fighting retreat, you can move up to 15 feet and still cast your spell. That's quarter movement rate. Sorry, Peter?
Yeah, it's the thing is, if I had said, oh, I'm doing the same thing, and then we started the action, and I said, actually, no, I'm retreating, I'll be on my current initiative.
Nah, yeah, but yeah, if you are going to retreat, I want you to say at the start of the round, and then if you're retreating and casting a spell, you use initiative for the spell. If you're retreating and using a potion, use initiative for the potion. If you're just
retreat, it's the primary thing. I want to retreat.
Yeah, if you're just retreating and not using a spell or not using a potion, then just keep the same initiative you're already on.
Yes, that's what I want to do.
Okay,
Because
okay.
if
So
they both get attacks, there's a good chance I'm down.
alright, so yeah, yeah, you can go the same initiative if you just want to move back. But what I'm saying is, you can move back a little bit and cast a healing spell within the round.
Then there's a chance.
No, he's saying you won't get the attack.
No, they're still not going to get an attack of opportunity. I'll allow you quarter movement rate fighting retreat, which doesn't allow an attack of opportunity. Because you've got Blark next to you.
Get a normal attack anyway. Almost, unless I say I'm wanting to retreat, I want to keep the same initiative is the key thing.
Right, okay. But that's, you're kind of metagaming there though, eh? What does your character want to do? What does your dwarf want to do? Does he want to get out there and heal himself?
Wants to get out of there and heal himself.
Okay. So, roll an initiative for the spell. And it's just a case of good luck or bad luck, man, because you need to make a new initiative if it's going to be a new action. But I'm saying I'll let you cast the spell and get out of there in the same round.
Yes, but his priority is to get out of there quickly and then to assess if he can cast the spell.
Okay, in that case then, if you want to get out of there quickly by taking advantage of your good initiative, then you can get out of there in this round on that same initiative, but you won't get the spell as well.
Yeah.
If you wanted to cast a spell, I would require the new initiative. Cool. Cool. Fine. Keep that initiative, and you are just retreating. That's cool. So that's everybody, isn't it? Blark is missing his this round.
Mm-hmm.
So, in that case, yep, we start with you, Darrow, and you get to make your fighting retreat. So they don't get an attack of opportunity because you get to back away. Using Blark as cover, using the wall as cover.
I don't get a blow before retreating.
No. See, I'll stick with the rule of Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition where you move and then attack. You don't like attack and then move. You give you 5 feet of movement in between attacks if you have multiples, like a little jump or a sidestep.
I think that I've stepped back and
Okay.
I've opened up.
Okay, that's fine.
Line of,
You've opened up the line of sight for Polly as well. So Breed, she's casting.
Okay, so she's casting a spell,
Go ahead.
and she's chanting, and then on top of that, she's also chanting something else. So let's see what she gets.
Good luck. So this is your wild sword you're rolling, yeah?
Yep.
And this can be good luck or bad luck. This can be anything, this wild
Yep.
surge.
And because this is because I'm doing this on purpose, I get to add my level to the roll.
That's right. Because you're going for the surge, aren't you? I like
Yes, I
it.
am.
So is that a wild surge, is it?
Yeah.
No.
Go to a animal summoning table
Oh, okay.
and randomly roll and tell me what it.
Okay, so I'll pick an animal summoning table and randomly roll on it for you, okay? Give me just a minute then, guys. While I'm looking for the animal summoning table, tell me exactly what's happening. It's just casting, it's doing it as the casting of the spell.
Actually, no. Scratch that.
Okay.
As I release the spell, nothing happens. And now, whenever I speak for the next turn,
10
bubbles
rounds. Oh, so you've
will
rolled
be
it.
coming out of my mouth
So you
instead
can't.
of words.
Okay, so you've went ahead and rolled that.
Up.
Okay, so for anyone watching, Mark's went ahead and rolled a wild surge. So when he's cast his spell's been ineffective. And what happens now is for the next 10 rounds, whenever he tries to speak, he can't speak. Words don't come out of his mouth. Bubbles come out of his mouth and pop. This is his
No,
wild mage
and
surge.
And when the bubbles pop, the words will then be spoken.
Alright, okay. So bubbles come out of his mouth and then the words come out when the bubbles pop. Okay. So does that doesn't inhibit your verbal component of casting then, no?
Yes, it does.
It does.
Casting spells with verbal components cannot be cast for that turn.
So 1 turn's 10 rounds, eh?
Yep.
Okay, I'll put a
And
marker on
total
it.
anyway, so it don't matter.
Yep, okay. So the beetles are going to attack.
Otherwise, if we had kept the roll as it was, and I didn't add that +1. Actually, I did add that +1, didn't I?
You did.
Oh, scratch the bubbles.
Oh, okay, Mark's adjusting, because they forgot about that +1.
Caster polymorphs randomly.
So you polymorph randomly.
Mhm.
Oh,
Right, go ahead and roll for it. Now how long does it
That's
last?
why. I don't know.
Okay, right, so what's
That's
happening now?
Polymorph. Polymorph lasts until it gets dispelled.
Alright, let me take a second here just to explain what's happening for anybody watching in Mark. So we made a mistake on the wild surgeon. He's looked at 15, he should be looking at 16. What's happened is the effect of his wild surge is that he is going to polymorph into something random. Now what table do we use for it, Mark?
Hang on 1 second.
So this young
I think
woman,
this is like the polymorph self spell.
this young oriental woman cast a spell, it's backfired with her wild surge. Something's going to happen to her, she's going to change.
That's why I said go with the animal summoning, one of the animal summoning
So
spells.
it is the animal summoning. So yeah, just
That's
use...
gonna be the monster's manual.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Monster manual, appendix, monster summoning tables, monster summoning 1, conjured
yeah, low
animals,
level.
or conjured animals. It'd be monster summoning 1, eh? Well, what level does the spell go off at?
Spell goes off at level 1.
Okay, so it's this. Do you know what number 1 on the monster summoning 1 table is? Giant ant. Right, okay, so roll 1d12, Mark.
Yep. I'm gotta get back there because I was looking at some things here.
Yeah, roll 1d12. Oh, no way! Bear with me 1 second. I'll change something in roll 20.
Ay, 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 ay.
Just 1 second, Mark. Excuse me. Just a second, Twitch. I find the giant ants. Oh, I don't have them saved here. Okay, guys, I'll change Mark's token later, right? In fact, no, I don't need to. I can work it out now.
But she still maintains her mentality and personality.
Okay, there you go. So that's what's happened. She has transformed into a giant ant. Now, I've transferred your character sheet to that token, I think, Mark. Check that for me in any way you can.
And this will last. I'm going to use the basis for the polymorph spell. This will last 2 turns per level.
Okay, hang on 1 second.
How did any of the characters see that happen to her?
Gods, I hope not.
You were behind them all when it happened, so no, they've not seen it yet. Now, I think I've closed my fucking initiative tracker, actually. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
Can anybody remember how we were looking? Wait, actually, if I open it, it'll be there. Yeah, it's still all there. Sorry, folks. So, Breed seems to have disappeared from it, but that's fine because her turn is over. It's the Rhinoceros Beetles next, anyway. The one will go from left to right, so they're both attacking Blark.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
There's both them.
That one will miss. Or bite into your armour. This one I'll try. And also bite into your armour.
Nice.
Blark, you miss your attacks this round because of your fumble. Polly, you've got a clean line of sight, so you could potentially get your 2 attacks this round. In fact, it's your attack next, and then it's your second attack next, so you can get your 2 attacks.
Great. So I attack the one on the one that is closest to me.
That one? That is a hit. The arrow strikes it.
Nice.
Let's see how you do for damage. Congratulations on that max damage roll. Now that one was uninjured, but you did enough to kill it. Arrow goes right through it, sticks out the other side. You've slain it in one shot, and you have your second shot.
Alright then. I will quickly pull another arrow from my quiver and
You do so at
quickly
lightning
shoot.
speed with your expertise. And that one's a wild miss. Now we have a new round. So, Breed, first of all I want to know, what the hell are you going to do in ant form in round 5 of this combat?
Charge.
Charge and attack? Okay, so roll initiative for weapon speed 3.
Plus or minus.
Well, weapon speed 3, so D10 plus 3. Okay, now you have 2 attacks. Let me pull up the character sheet for that. So,
Go ahead and add her on there.
okay, 2 seconds. No. You've transformed into the same type of giant ant that you were fighting earlier. Doesn't have a 2 attacks. It only has the 1 bite. Even though it's the warrior ant from before, these are different from the ones you'll find in the monster manual. And it has 1 attack. Now, do you have the same Theco, or do you keep yours? Do you get your Theco, or do you get the ants?
Animal.
So your Theco's now 16, your damage small medium is 1d8, your damage large is 1d8, and your weapon speed is 3. 1 attack per round. So there you go, I've added you on the turn tracker. So, the aim of fairness. I had previously nerfed the warrior ants and they don't have like an acid attack, they only have the bite. So Mark, you've become that same ant. So you have 1 attack per round, 1d8 damage, Take 16. Now, Darrow, for this round, what are you going to do? Because you retreated last round. You're still on initiative for Axe.
I was going to cast Cure on myself, and do I see this giant ant?
I guess out the corner or side of your eye, your peripheral vision, you're going to see it, yeah. I like most kinds of music, dude, yeah.
I think I'm going to cure myself, but before doing so, out a warning to Ollie that there's an ant by him.
What's that?
You're able to warn Polly about the ant beside him and cast your spell in the same round.
Yes. So I will roll an initiative, which is a D10 plus 5, isn't it?
Correct. Yes, it is. Correct. Oh, nice roll. That's everybody for the round, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
Blark, are you using your axes, yeah? And Polly's
Yeah.
shooting. Okay, so Daryl, you start us off with your spell then. So you're casting Cure Light Wounds on yourself, yes?
Myself. So I roll.
Unlucky, mate. So you go up 3
Roll
hit points
3.
to 10.
I'm now over half hit point. I go. Lad, there's an ant by you.
Excuse me, Darrow?
Before you get to act, Polly, it is the turn of the beetle. Who's going to have another go at having a bite at Blark? No. It's the last one left. So now breed the giant ant. She's gonna attack the beetle. Oh yes, insect versus insect. Just go ahead and roll it through d20s if you want, Mark. So you hit armor class 7 or better. Doesn't hit. Mark, give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
You should now have the character sheet for the ant, Mark. You should now have control of the character sheet for the ant.
Yep, I see it.
So you still have your own character sheet, so nothing's changed on that. And your token is linked to that, but for the sake of rolling attacks, you now have that.
Yep.
Okay, so Blark.
Okay. Traitor ant, help us. Nice.
And I will finish. I will hopefully attack the beetle. So
Well, one of them has just accidentally become an ant, yes, by a wild surge on her spell. And it was just coincidence that they're fighting giant ants, and that her wild surge went off and turned her into a giant ant. Pure coincidence.
That may be an exact hit, but
No,
we
they-
need Graham to confirm.
The armor class of these, hang on, because I don't have it on the token, 2 seconds. Armor class is 4, so that's a hit, yeah?
Nice. Yeah.
It is really funny. I've got everything on the VOD, I saved the VODs and I cut them down so you'll be able to see it again. I'll clip it and highlight it, whatever. Oh, nice!
Yeah.
Right, in front of you lays another dead beetle. Black. Now, at that point, I can... Just let me check something. I need to reveal some more map first of all. Okay, combat's over. I've taken the initiative tracker away. I've shown you a little bit more of what you can see. To the guys on Twitch, they can't hear me right now.
There's an ant.
They can't see that.
Isn't it? Yeah, that's why I asked earlier whether we saw her turn into an ant.
Darrow, you definitely did out the side eye. You definitely saw it go on.
Okay, if I saw her turn into an ant, then how to know it's her. Otherwise, that's
Yes.
why I asked. You know, I shouted the warning of an ant.
Yes, you
Because
would have saw something happen at the transformation.
Change.
Now I assume in her transformed self, Mark, she can't speak, can she?
Nope.
Oh no. So,
Even though she has the personality of herself.
right, just to recap that for anybody that's watching, in previous episodes they've been fighting giant ants. That's what they were sent down here to fight. Mark's character is a wild mage. Now, when a wild mage casts a spell, there's always a chance of a wild surge. The wild surge went off. There's then a D100 chance of what happens. And Mark rolled polymorph self. And then on the table we used to randomise what she turned into, we got, by chance, a giant ant. So there you go. That's what happened. That's fucking pretty sick
Also,
fun.
Wild Mage also has a couple spells that allow them to try to manipulate the magic weave, which I cast being as a last ditch effort spell.
That's
So
right, yeah.
trying to cast magic missile through it. So
So you are now a giant ant.
I
for the
asked
next 20 minutes.
what the transfer for. If we saw her transform, we know it's her.
You
We
did.
didn't. It's one of these ants we're hunting.
You did.
We
You
must
saw it.
kill ant.
Darrow, you saw it.
We must kill ant.
But that means you're saying, if you're ruling I saw it, instead of saying, watch out, it's an ant next to you, I would have said,
Look at them just chasing them around on the map.
Beed or Yukino, whichever name is,
Mark's,
she seems to prefer. Turned into that.
Black's chased them around on the map. You better do something fast.
What do you think I'm up on the cliff for?
Come here.
So,
Sorry. Darrow, did you say that, like, yeah.
if I saw her change, then I would say that ant spray.
Mm-hmm.
And say,
Or you can chase her
initially,
around for about 20 minutes
I
and
hadn't seen it. If it initially said I hadn't seen it, then I would have been all for killing the ants.
Now you half saw it out of your peripheral vision. No one else saw it, but you half saw it. So you're not like 100% sure you saw it, but you're putting two and two together. I guess you saw it.
And keep an eye on the ant. It may be her, it may not.
Well, as you look around, Breed is nowhere to be seen. Yeah, I think Blark is trying to kill her. Because he's not.
Ant girl.
Because Darrow's not spoken up yet to say.
It's a bit large for the ants to have swallowed whole. We did think we'd checked for where the ants could hide in the other rooms.
Yeah, I mean, you did cover your tracks. Behind you, you know that there's none. Unless there's any, like, cracks in the wall you don't know about or anything like that. As far as you know, yeah, there's nothing behind you. Nothing can get in behind you.
So I think we keep a bit back. And let's see, I'm on 10 out of 17, so less than the cure light wound down.
Yep. Well, a good roll.
I think we stand clear and are ready to defend ourselves against the ant if it becomes hostile.
Uh-huh. I think you have to calm Blark down a bit. I think he's not worried about if it's hostile. He seems to be chasing it around a bit. It's trying to climb the wall and that to get away from him.
Blarg, hold on, please. Let me try something. Maybe, just there's 1% chance that it really is. Perhaps it's not her, but it's a good ant. But if it's her, listen, ant. If it's Yukino, how about you do one of your patas for us to prove that it's.
Kind of hard to do that without the fan.
How about like the ant stands up on its back legs and starts doing like kung fu yoga poses, Mark?
We are done.
So the ant starts doing yoga poses.
Blarg looks at Polly like, is that it?
Okay. And if it's really you, Yukino, how about you come to us in a peaceful way?
Does the ant do anything, Mark?
Not with Blark right there.
Right, Black's back. Black's back to me a little bit. Does she do anything now?
Blarg, like, let's Polly try something. Like he goes over here.
Okay. So Black's backed up a little bit. Oh, right, so she peacefully comes down to you, Polly. Okay. So yeah, the ant comes down off the wall and approaches you.
Alright then, so as a final test to prove that it's you, Yukino, how about you don't kill me instantly?
Okay, Mark, does she kill him instantly?
No.
Okay, there you go. She didn't kill you instantly.
Well, it's her. By the gods.
Yes.
Still, hell is worth 10 gold.
I'm trying to give you a round of applause, Polly, but I have to use one hand to push to talk. So take my word for it. I'm pushed to talk, but I'm giving you a round of applause, man. Brilliant, brilliant.
Thank you.
Fantastic diplomacy. Now, Blark, what's he doing? He was getting a bit close there again for a second.
She seems a bit weird.
Well, the thing you had originally said, Ryan, I would, and you, because you originally said I didn't see her.
Yeah, I
change.
was
I
mistaken.
would have.
Yeah, sorry, Peter. I was mistaken.
You would have said, right,
Yeah. I do
you're
apologise.
playing it in character, the dead ant.
Yes, I know. I do apologise. I was looking at the angle. I did try to say it as quick as possible that no, you did in fact see it. Because I was looking at the angles of where she was and the tokens, and you would have in fact seen it from your peripherals at least. So I was trying to go back on that as quick as I could. I originally made a mistake. You would have seen it. So she'll be alright. She's not be a dead ant. So Mark, I guess all her gear,
Master.
all her gear just
Master.
becomes her in the polymorphosis.
Yep.
Cool. And then if she polymorphs back, her gear becomes her again. It becomes her gear again. Now,
I'd like to ask Darrow, Master Darrow, is there a chance that this is a curse of sorts?
It might be, but I haven't the power to remove a curse. It will look odd if we take an ant out. I think we need to wait a while and see what happens.
imagine you went down hunting ants and you go back and like, yeah, we've got a new friend. It's a giant ant. This is funny.
The first thing is to see what happens.
Actually, this could be good. Do you think you can communicate with your fellow ants, Yukino?
Ants are quite tribal.
No.
She wouldn't be able to. She understands what you are saying. Is this correct me if I'm wrong, right? She'll understand everything you're saying in the languages that she already knows, if you're speaking common or whatever. She just can't speak back to you because she doesn't have the vocal cords. She still has the same intelligence, the same mind inside this body, so she understands everything you're saying. But she won't be able to speak Ant because she could only communicate. She communicates in common. She just doesn't have the vocal cords. That hasn't changed. Is that correct, Mark?
When this spell is cast, the wizard is able to assume the form of any creature, save for those that are not corporeal, from as small as a wren to as large as a hippopotamus. Furthermore, the wizard gains the mode of transport, locomotion, and breathing as well. The spell does not give the new forms other abilities, attacks, magic, special movement, etc. Nor does it run the risk of changing the wizard's personality or mentality.
Okay, so you have your same intelligence, same comprehension of languages, you just don't have the vocal cords to speak.
The cast returns all mental abilities, including spell use, assuming a new form allows the completion of proper verbal and semantic components and the material components available.
So you can't cast your spells in that form.
No, I cannot cast my spells.
Oh, mate.
I
This is
think
fun.
we wait a while.
Alright.
It's the first thing.
But, like I said, in about 20 minutes, they'll return back to normal.
Yeah, it's 2 turns, 20 minutes. I forgot about that for a
I
minute.
think,
That makes it a bit less exciting.
I think 20 minutes, we probably would wait that long before
Yes.
losing our base.
This is the thing, this is meta knowledge, game knowledge. Your characters don't know, she doesn't know that she's going to return to normal in 20 minutes. So play it as if you don't know what's going to happen.
We need
Mark is like,
to. How deep is that water?
Again, it's got like a... if you look at the map, right, it's fairly accurate. So here at the bottom, it's shallow, from 0 inches going down and getting deeper. But then here, there's a bit of a ledge and rockiness, and you would have to like kind of lean over it or stick something over and poke it down to get a better idea, to get an idea how deep it is there. Understand? It's very murky water. You can't really see how deep it is without investigating.
Right. Whether there's anything in the water that's a danger, we don't know.
Correct.
I think we should initially just wait.
Alright, let's try something. Miss Ant, move your antenna if you feel like you can push forward.
She does.
So the ant flicks her antenna.
Yep.
To indicate that she's ready to go and ready to fight like that.
Okay,
Oh.
me trust.
Okay, so you lead the way.
She is Ant now. Forever.
Perhaps not.
Maybe the High Priest Marcus can turn him back to normal. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So Blark's not really got that kind of wisdom. He's not really thinking about that, so she ant now, she fight like ant now. Ant good fight. So yeah, go ahead guys, tell me what you want to do then. Daryl suggested waiting. Polity has asked the ant if she's ready to go ahead, and she has said yes. Blark is like, ant good now. So there's only like what you guys think you individually want to do. There's no telling me what you are actually going to do yet together. Darrow wants to wait. That's what I'm saying, so you need to decide if you're waiting or not.
I mean, if we are going to wait, I think Blark would like scout a bit further.
Scout
I
a
mean, if
bit
we
further
already
ahead.
saw the little bridge.
Okay. Go ahead. If you
We'll
move
go
your
up.
token on the map, I will reveal the map as you move. If you move them around slowly.
Okay.
If he's moving, Arrow is not going to want to be a long way behind.
Okay. Go ahead and move your token to match his then. Right, stop there, Black. Pause, guys. Pause. Pause, pause, pause. I'm just going to reveal some more map.
And the other people coming too.
Okay, I've revealed a little bit more map for you guys.
Do I see what that is?
Yes. That looks like a burnt out fire pit. You can see from that distance easily, Black, but that looks like where there's been a fire. This here is like a wooden bridge across the water. And the wood is not rotten, as it would be in this environment, around this kind of murky water and this atmosphere. It's quite clear without any kind of wisdom check that this has been freshly constructed. There's a wooden bridge
Whoa.
across the water.
Okay.
Oh yes.
I mean, Blarg wouldn't pay attention to that and just keep walking a bit,
Okay.
just to see
Okay.
the bonfire.
Pause a second, I'll reveal a little bit more map.
Okay, the other people are coming up behind. Just
Mr. Greytax, look this.
so it seems like these other adventurers must have come through or something.
Certainly someone intelligent has been through here because there's a wooden bridge.
Yes.
Maybe they transform into bridge.
maybe, maybe it's a bridge made of ants.
And this over here is corpse, I assume.
You find a body. A skeleton. A couple of bags lying around.
Oh, how does the skeleton look? Is it bones picked by creatures or is it?
Tell me how you know the difference, and then I'll tell you if you understand that or not. Like, no, in fact, no. There'd be no evidence that it's been recently picked clean of flesh or anything like that. In fact, it looks old. Without any kind of knowledge, you would know that it's been there a long time. There's like spiders living in the eye socket of the skull. You know, it has cobwebs all over it. Like, yeah, it's in a corner with a lot of cobwebs, and there's a couple of bags and yeah, maybe some gear lying around too.
The bags look old too.
Yes, certainly.
There might be something in the bag. How big are the bags?
A rucksack size? In fact, no. Smaller. Rucksack for a halfling size, I guess.
Okay, Blarg
But they're not rucksacks, they're bags, like sacks.
will say,
I hope there's no scorpion.
and pick up one.
You pick up one of the bags.
What size skeleton?
Smaller than you.
Smaller than me.
Smaller than you.
It could be a halfling skeleton or no.
Or a human
Or a
child.
Hope the
So-
bag.
Is there something in the bag? Is there something that wants to kill me?
2 seconds. Ah, ha, ha. There is in fact something in the bag, yes.
Uh-oh.
There are 3 bottles in the bag. 3 bottles of liquid with stoppers. 2 of them with the red liquid. One of them is a misty white cloudy liquid.
What colour liquid are our healing potions?
Red.
The potion, do the bottles look similar?
Smaller, but the similar shape, yes, and the colour of the potion is a similar colour, yes.
Well, given we've not got an alchemist in the party, that's about as close as we can guess.
Sorry?
Anything on the skeleton? There aren't any rings left on the fingers or that sort of thing. Any clothing's rotted.
Roll 1d100. Oh yes, there is going to be something. Nice. I said to myself in my head, anything less than 10%, you're going to find something. Let me find you a little random table. Give me just a moment.
Should I put the bottles? I write them down.
Yeah, 3 bottles. 3
Okay.
bottles of red liquid, 2 bottles of red liquid and 1 of a cloudy white liquid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll. Who's searching the body? Darrow.
Yes.
Roll me 1d6. You got 4, so roll me 1d20. 20. Okay, you find a ring. It is wearing a ring. Now,
Ooh.
for people who are watching, they don't hear me. Look, I rolled ring.
Does it have any
DM's
distinct
choice.
design?
DM's choice. Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes is my short answer. Now, meta for a second, out of game for a second, because it's cool, gentlemen, right? I've rolled DM's choice on my random table that I used. So I've yet to decide what that is. Hee hee hee
Yeah.
hee. So meta, you don't know that.
It could be a non-magical signet ring, in which case...
No,
I'll
it's
say it would
very
have-
very ornate. It's more than a signet ring. It's like one of Norm's rings almost. Like one of Norm's rings. This
And
thing.
also, it hasn't got a big ruby on it, or whatever the
It was a
ring-
big emerald that
to
Norm's
it.
was missing.
Yes.
Norm was missing a big emerald,
There's
and
no
no,
emerald on it.
no,
Yeah.
We found ring.
you found a ring. But Norm's ring had a big emerald, and this one does not. This one has other gems, but no big emerald. And there's no missing big emerald in the ring either.
Right.
People on Twitch watching my DM's choice be, get your votes in now.
There's this other bag too. It's peculiar. This footbridge. When you say it's recent, whatever, it doesn't look as if it's in the last day. It's more a few months old sort of thing, or
You're not an expert in wood, but you can certainly you can certainly see that the wood wasn't cut today. You've spent the last couple of days going in and out of a sawmill. You've all seen what freshly cut wood looks like. So yeah, it's not freshly cut wood. It's certainly not ancient either.
Yes, had been that. No, first of all, when it looked new, would be wondering whether the guards had been sent through at some point and done stuff. And now we've found this body with valuables on them. Guards would presumably have looted.
Now you would have known if this was wood from Norm's sawmill. You would know it. You would recognise it. You've seen millions and millions of it for the last few days.
Yeah.
And it's clearly not. So it's more natural. It's more like logs than planks. Do you know what I mean? Logs bound together rather than planks nailed together like it would have been if anyone that worked for Norm had built it.
Yes. This second sack needs looking at.
There's nothing in the second one.
Right.
So you found the ring on the body and you found 3 bottles. 2 with red liquid, 1 with a cloudy white liquid.
We go on. And the body, especially with the ring on, compare the body and the proportion of the head to the rest of the body. We've got a halfling in the party. Compare. Does the skeleton look to scale to be an adult halfling?
Yes. Without a wisdom check, there's enough of you in the party to conclude that between you. Although Breed is not around to chip in, you do have a halfling in the party. So yeah, it's quite an easy comparison to make, and yes, it would match.
Out. I think it's when we get back we can ask about this. And if we're moving, rather than picking up a skeleton on its own, we would want a stretcher or something if we were going to take the body back, if they can say, oh, so-and-so went missing.
Well, gentlemen, you'll have a week to think about it. Because that's 11 o'clock. So that's going to be the end of the session.
Right.
Okay.
There we are. So we leave it with Breed turned into a giant ant, and you've discovered this body. Bag with some stuff in it. A ring on the body. A very ornate looking ring. That's where we'll leave it this week, gentlemen. It'll be 7 o'clock next week, Tuesday evening. Hope you all can make it again. Thanks again for playing, boys. You've all been brilliant.